Live. Hey guys. I'm not gonna keep this bright background, but I just wanted to play it for an intro. Isn't that cool? It does all these spins. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Also, I wanted to got the new merch. I wore a tie dye yesterday, and I'm wearing another one today. It's a different color tie dye, and it says obsessive crime disorder in the back. You guys gotta go check it out. Merch. Somebody put the merch in the thing. My peeping ears. Okay, so wait, let me see what. Let me say hi to you guys here. Um. So wait, Sarah, are you in chat? Because okay, I didn't know. You talking about this case is complete? Hold on, guys. So I was going through looking up stuff. Hold on, I just got a message. I want to make sure that I'm up to date on. Oh wait, it is released. Dang it, that just happened. 1:55. I didn't even see that. I was busy. Okay, wait, let's do this real quick. And then I want to show you there's this thing. Somebody had it on Facebook. I don't know if it's the real dispatch call. It's from Robeson County, and they say Lumberton State Park. So has anybody heard that? I'm gonna play it for you guys in a minute, but I want to give the newest update. So that I guess they did do a cause of death. I didn't even know that came up. I was busy in the groups and stuff. I got one, Sarah. I found one. But I have a couple documents from the family, the estate documents I want to read, some screenshots. I want to do that dispatch call, see what you guys think. Has anybody else heard that? So then I went to my, I pay for a yearly, subscription for like dispatch calls and stuff where you could put in the county and stuff. So I found this guy, he put the dispatch call, like he clipped it. He was called anonymous user. So shout out to you. I think it's anonymous participant or something. So I went and looked myself at that time, and I can't find the same one. But I mean, he's showing that it's from Robeson. I go through a different route, like it's a different website, but you could go per county. So maybe he was able to get like a different area or something. I don't know. But anybody else have it? Okay, so let's just read the freaking new thing real quick, and then we'll do the dispatch call. Thanks for telling me, sir. I had no idea because I was just in groups and I was trying to find other stuff. Hold on, let me switch the background. I know it's a little much. I just wanted to show you guys because just for like an opening. Is this too much? Or either this or this? We'll do this. Okay. So, wow. So cause of death, dude. Could it actually be unaliving? I mean, but think about this, guys. People will set it up to make it look that way. So if they're going to try to make it look like a self-induced gunshot wound, of course they're going to try to alter everything to make it look that way. So I don't know. I got to look into this because I'm not just convinced just because they say that, right? But here's an article. Like I said, I just saw that this was updated. So let me just share this real quick because that's pretty big that they came out with things. That means they're not going to investigate because they ruled it a freaking unaliving. They're done. They're not going to do it. I guarantee. Look, I guarantee they're not. So once again, another abuser gets away with what he did. And even if he isn't involved in the death, he's involved in her death. And wait, why is it? He is, because if she did this herself, it was because of his freaking abuse and him making her life miserable. But I'm not convinced. I'm not, guys. Yeah, it does. Oh, hey, Bullhorn Betty, what's up? Thanks for coming by. It sucks because, well, what do you think? I'm still doubting. Okay, let me zoom in. Like I said, I Googled it, Sarah, when you did it. So this was just the first thing that popped up. It says the cause of death has been released for 30-year-old Mica Miller of Myrtle Beach amid the ongoing investigation. According to Robeson County Medical Examiner, Dr. Richard Johnson, Miller died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Dr. Johnson, based on the nature of the wound, that it is consistent with a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and it was not to the back of the head as it has been speculated. But still, still somebody could have did it and made sure, you know what I'm saying, made sure that it looked like something she could have possibly did. I'm not convinced. Johnson said Johnson said he wasn't the on-call medical examiner the weekend Miller died, but he did go to the scene to assist the on-call medical examiner. He also serves as a regional pathologist for the North Carolina office of the chief medical examiner. Miller died on April 27th at Lumbee River State Park. Leading up to Miller's death, that she was afraid for her life. Let's see. Yeah, we'll look more into that, but let me play you this dispatch call because I want to see what you guys think. We'll have to listen to it a couple times because I had to. And there's a few things. I mean, they talk about the park. They say you'll catch, like, it talks about the gun found in the car, which that's why I'm not sure if it's all connected, because you hear them say something about body in the river, which I don't know. Maybe it's something totally different, but it is April 27th at Robeson County. And then it says gun in the car, and then it says, like, medic. They're trying to get the medic. The medic isn't responding or whatever. So hold on, let's play it here. Like I said, maybe it's not. I hope somebody didn't just fake this and it's actually, like I said, I tried to go on the dispatch that I use and I couldn't find it, but it doesn't mean that it's not real. So I want your guys' opinion. Has anybody else heard it? It's weird because I found it originally in a Facebook group and it was nobody else responded to it. He posted it. There was no comments. I was trying to look for comments to see what people thought. I tried to go through other groups to see if anybody was talking about it. Nobody was talking about it. So I went into my dispatch website that I use, and I went through at that time and I tried to look for any calls and I couldn't find it. But it's like, I got to go live because I want to know, what the heck, is this real or not? Hold on, I'm bringing it up though. All right, let's get it. And it was posted by that anonymous participant or something, his name is. All right, here we go. Videos. All right. Let me cancel this. Okay, I'm coming, guys. Sorry. First of all, does anybody know what time? Because this time is, if this is real, it's at 3:03. There's something at 3:05, and then there's something a little after 4. So I don't know, but here we go. We'll play it a couple times.
2-seat.
26.
1014, we made contact with someone from the state park. They advised he's going to check the pier that he's familiar with, and he's going to call us back. I'm still unable to get that female back on the line.
1311 Russell.
What made me think about this? Remember when somebody supposedly they said, this is two different things. Still unable to get that female on the line. That Colby guy is all over freaking groups and everywhere posting that he said Mica called in 911. So I'm wondering if that's who they're talking about when she called in and then they couldn't get her back online. Maybe she called in and said, hey, I'm having trouble. I need help or whatever. Do you think? Maybe.
Yeah, I'll be 10-6, Michael 34.
That's also give me a 21 reference further on my
1311 Russell, I'll be 1017 LEC.
10-4. Correct.
1112 Russell.
1112.
En route to RCJ, 1 mil.
86 Russell. Tipple, in reference to 1042 Blue, unable to make contact with anyone at the door. Next door neighbor advised that the party that was walking down the road was waving a shirt in the air, did not have a firearm, and he's left it further walking. I'm 10-8. I'm en route to the next call.
4.
10-4, the marketing.
10-4. Austin B86.
Go ahead.
10-4. Wind clear. Have communicating threats for Britain Road.
Austin LV 1023. 10-4.
None case. Just be advised inside this vehicle is a handgun.
Correct. Caden Drive, 42 Caden Drive. It's going to be off Prospect Road.
86 Robinson. 10-4, in reference to the communicating threats call, Carfax has been advised the incident has occurred originating in Cumberland County. Legal action has been advised for Cumberland County. I'm 10-8 from that call, and we're still en route to veterans. 86 Robinson. 1023 veterans. Unknown reason why alarm was activated. I'm 10-8.
10-4.
Alpha 116. 4. Have y'all been able to make a locate yet?
He's going back and forth at different times. It's a little bit confusing, this person that made it, but he has, like, he's saying that they said the handgun in the car. The one person said the scene's clear, and the whole body in the river, that hasn't been said yet, but that's coming up. It might not be. I don't know. Maybe it's not this, but they did say at the state park. So he's just like going to different times and trying to point it out. So I hope it's a little bit confusing, but I know. Sarah, that's what I was wondering. That's when I heard that. I'm like, oh my God, because body in the river, handgun in the car, it's like, then it has to be somebody else is involved. But maybe there's another body in the river. It should be coming up here in a minute, the body in the river. It's just real quick. They said body in the river. It's like, what?
Correction.
5.
Have y'all made a locate yet?
Info, you're right on top of us. There's a body in the water.
Body in the water. Do you hear it? And that's at 4:35. So that kind of matches 4:15. Body in the water. You guys heard that, right? And they were at the beginning, they were talking about the state park. So I don't know. Let me rewind it a little bit.
Info, you're right on top of us. There's a body in the water.
10-4.
We got it, RBD.
1221 Rawson.
1221.
10-4 Rivers, RBD. Same has been searched and secured this time. Is there a key holder going to be en route reference following a report on this?
Stand by. We'll make contact with alarm company.
See, he's skipping by like 20 minutes. It's kind of sorry.
Stand by, Robinson, 1221. 21.
27. 17.
What? Robinson.
Show me a route to try on Princess.
2-9 Robinson. Correction advised all parties. You can clear same. You can attach with your alarm on car feature.
10-4.
It's hard to understand what they're saying. So because this person skips around so much, I tried to find these and I could not find them because I wanted to listen to the whole thing straight through. So I think what he was trying to do is just like skip to the important juicy parts, that we're saying, like important stuff. I want to hear the whole thing. So I'm going to keep trying to look for it. But the three things that were interesting that could relate is they were at the state park. They said the handgun in the car and body in the river. And then they said the scene's clear at one point. What else? I don't know. It might not be anything. What do you guys think? Do you guys think 4:30? Dude, then it was. Dude, that was 4:35. That's when he says body in the river is at 4:35. This might be it then. Oh, and another thing that connects it. If it is true that she called 911 before, which that one Kobe guy that I'm going to read some screenshots. He swears he's got sources that she called. They have her voice supposedly, right? We don't know what she said. Did she say she was being threatened? Did she say she was having trouble? She wanted to end her, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what she was saying, but supposedly they have a copy of her calling. So this goes along with that because they said they couldn't get the girl back on the phone. They couldn't get the woman or whatever, however I don't know if they said girl, woman, lady. I forget what word they used, but they couldn't get her back on the phone. They were trying to get her back on the phone. That kind of all like follows that this could be real. This could be, I mean, it's a real dispatch, but this could be what they're talking about is this incident. It matches up with the times and stuff. So, it's around a little after 3 is when they were, let me see. When did they say about getting the woman online?
Robinson 2 seat.
26.
1014, we made contact with someone from the state park. They advised he's going to check the pier that he's familiar with, and he's going to call us back.
So I think what happened is if she called from the park, said where she was at, then they made a connection with somebody there. Could be that person that's posting, and then they're trying to have this person look to see what's going on. This is a little after 3, and then they're saying they can't get the girl back on the phone. I think this might be, guys. Now watch.
I'm still unable to get that female back on the line.
Right there. 3.
11 Robinson.
Hold on. Let me see what time
That female back on the line.
Around a little after 3. They were trying to get her back on the line.
11 Robinson. 10-5, be 10-6, Mica 34. That's also give me a 21 reference further on my 13-11 Robinson, I'll be 10-17 LEC.
10-4. Correct.
11-12 Robinson.
11-12.
En route to RCJ, 1 mil.
86 Robinson. Typical, in reference to 1042 Blue, unable to make contact with anyone at the door. Next door neighbor advised that the party that was walking down the road was waving a shirt in the air, did not have a firearm, and he's left it further walking. I'm 10-8. I'll be route to the next call. 10-4, the marketing.
10-4. Robinson B86.
Go ahead.
10-4. Wind clear. Have communicating threats for Britain Road.
Robinson, I'll be 10-23. 10-4.
In case, just be advised inside this vehicle is a hanger.
Threats. They said threats. What does that mean? And I like, since he's like skipping around time, some of this could be about other stuff. You know, it could be a combination. So they could be talking about to do like a few different things going on. I don't know. But if the threat comment is about this instance, I mean, I guess they could use like her even threatening to do that to herself as a threat. I don't know.
Right. Caden Drive, 42 Caden Drive. It's going to be off Prospect Road.
86 Robinson. Table, in reference to the communicating threats call, Carfax has been advised the incident has occurred originating in Cumberland County. Legal action has been advised for Cumberland County. I'm 10-8 from that call, and we're still en route to veterans. 86 Robinson. 10-23 veterans. Unknown reason why alarm was activated. I'm 10-8.
10-4.
Outpost 116.
4, have y'all been able to make a locate yet?
10-9 Robinson. Proper action.
5.
Have y'all made a locate yet?
Info, you're right on top of us. There's a body in the water.
10-4.
Got it, RBD.
1221 Rawson.
1221.
10-4 Rivers RBD. Same has been searched and secured this time. Is there a key holder going to be en route reference following a report on this?
Stand by. We'll make contact with alarm company.
Stand by, Robinson 1221. 21.
20,000. 10-17 also.
Well, we're out.
Show me your route to track on parenthesis.
2-9 Robson. Proper action advised all parties. You can clear same. You can attach with your alarm on car feature.
10-4.
Exactly, you can't. But that's why I'm not sure. I want to confirm what we're hearing is everything, because some of it could be that, some of it can't. You know what I'm saying? Because he's jumping around, so it might not all be related to that incident. They could be talking about a few different incidents. But those, I don't know. It does sound like that is a part of it. The handguns in the car, bodies in the river. They can't. There's no way that she could have done that. But like I said, we'll see where they found her. Did nobody is released? Was she in the car? Was she in the river? Like, where the heck did they find her? And it makes me think that guy that said he got her stuff. Remember that guy that I cut in last night at the end, and I said, dude, he was claiming to be there, and he heard the gunshot and heard her crying. That might be true, because this kind of goes along with it, because they're trying to get her back on the phone. That the girl that could be Mica that she called, and that goes along with what that Cody was saying, trying to get her back on the phone. Found somebody at the park that's now giving them information, a guy, and the guy that said he was there, it was a guy, at least it was under a guy's name, because there was some comments where they didn't block out his name. It was a guy. So they were trying to get information from him. So that all matches up, that they found somebody there at the park relaying, like, trying to figure out what's going on. And it does make me think that she was outside the car, because for that person, if this person's legit that was there that heard her crying, if that person, I guess she could have had the windows down, but the person wasn't like extremely close to her, and they said that they heard her whimpering. So it makes me think she was outside, maybe. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. So what do you guys think? Let me find a couple more articles. I have some more screenshots that I did want to go through, but let me find a couple more articles real quick, or updates of what's going on. And then I want to read that document about the estate too. Have you guys read that? All right, hold on one second. Let me look. I'm just going to Google it and see what else is going on, since these updates are all new with the cause of death. Let's see. So we did the 3 hours ago. Yeah, dude, I don't know. This sucks, because they're going to be done. They're not going to, unless we put pressure on them. I want to see what they have as evidence. Hopefully they produce something to show us that is legit, that it was unaliving. Here we go. Let's see. It says, Sheriff Burns Wilkins said they will release their full investigation, which will include everything that his investigators found regarding 30-year-old Mica Miller's death, in their final conclusion. Sheriff Wilkins is also asking for everyone to please await the full timeline of events before making assumptions and coming to conclusions. The sheriff's office stated in a Facebook post. An incident report shows deputies were called on Saturday, April 27th, to Lumber River State Park for a death investigation where Miller's body was found. We have requested the medical examiner's report on the cause of death. We are still waiting to hear back. Miller was married to Pastor John Paul Miller. Yeah, I should request that. I did a FOIA request, but I should specifically request that. But let me share with you a couple of the documents that actually somebody posted in group. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think they're content. I don't think we're going to do anything. I don't know. I just don't think there's going to be justice now, because when it's unaliving, they just quit everything. They just quit it. All right, let me share this. Oh, wait. I'm going to share this document from the estate stuff that was posted by her sister. It's kind of interesting. Oh, here it is. Okay. Zeke is a barker. And it's from Protest protestia.com. So I haven't got a chance to get any files myself yet. All right, so this is in the matter of the estate of Mica Miller. Personally appeared before me Nathaniel Francis, who, after first being duly sworn, deposes and states as follows. I am the brother of petitioner Sierra Francis and decedent Mica A. Miller in the proceedings which are pending before the probate court as the appointment of Sierra Francis as special administrator for my sister Mica's estate. I am Mica's only brother, having been raised by our parents, Michael Francis and Angelita Salas, with our siblings Destiny, Sierra, Anna, and Abby in Wichita, Kansas. My mom and my siblings, apart from our oldest sister, Destiny, moved to Horry County in 2007. I was aware of Mica's family dynamics in relationship with her husband, John Paul Miller, and stepchildren, Asher, Selah, Eli, Zach, and Logan. I saw Mica frequently as we both lived in Horry County and spoke to her on a weekly basis. I was also a member of Solid Rock, where both John Paul and Mica worked for several years until I left the congregation due to the behaviors I observed. Mica confided in me that John Paul moved her belongings out of their marital residence and in with Diana Naosi so that he could keep an eye on her. Wait. Wow. Wait, wait a minute. He moved her in with somebody? I just caught that. All right, I'm going to keep reading. Following this, Mica then retained an attorney for the purposes of filing for divorce from her husband and joined a new church. I have received communications in the past from John Paul Miller stating that he knew no reason for divorce, but wanted a separation and gave reasons why. The email I received on April 3rd, 2023 included a forwarded email from Mr. Miller to Mica dated April 1st, 2023. Wait, this would be April. Okay. To an email address that did not appear to be Mica's. Just 2 weeks later, Mica forwarded me an email from Mr. Miller dated April 15th, 2023 to her correct email address as shown. Wow. Okay, so wait, let me make sure I do these in order. Yeah. So it's this one. Okay. Mica told me of legal documents she prepared so that I would be able to make decisions for her well-being. However, those documents were not located. The only legal documents discovered appointed Mr. Miller as her power of attorney. Yeah, figures. Oh. Mica made several police reports over the last few weeks of her tires being slashed and tracking devices being found on her car. In Mr. Miller's email forwarded to me, he apologizes to Mica for the tires and causing damage to her vehicle. So he admits it. If he's apologizing, Mr. Miller's email to my sister continued to state that he was angry when Mica confided or put her family before him that made him want to hurt her. In his words, when someone hurts me, I try to hurt them back rather than forgive. And this is the guy preaching the word and preaching about Jesus. Anybody at Solid Rock, look at this. This is not a guy that you want to freaking take the word of. No, oh my Lord, are you kidding me? Instead of forgiving you, I just attack and try to cause pain. You got to be freaking, oh. Mica told me on numerous occasions that she feared John Paul and just wanted to escape him. Our family is very supportive of one another, especially in this time of grieving. I believe that my sister Sierra is the appropriate person to step into Mica's shoes and continue what was started by her, both to secure her assets and to determine her portion of the marital estate. Okay, and then there's one more here. Okay. So here's the one with Sierra. Okay. So this is in the same regard for the estate. It says, personally appeared before me Sierra Francis, who, after first being duly sworn, reposes the state and states as follows. I am the petitioner in the proceedings which are pending before the probate court as to the appointment of special administrator for my sister's estate. I am Mica's younger sister, have been raised by our parents, Michael Francis and Angelita Salas, with our siblings Nathaniel, Destiny, Anna, and Abby. We ultimately settled in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina in 2007 with our mom and stepdad. I was aware of Mica's family dynamics and relationship with her husband, respondent John Paul Miller, and stepchildren Selah, Asher, Logan, Eli, and Zach. Mica and I spoke every few days, texting daily, so much as to even create playlists together. Mica would drive to visit me and my family in Gaffney, South Carolina, at least once a month. I know my sister to have expressed the abuse and violence against her by her husband to others, including family members and members of the church congregation. Mica told me that there were people following her, keeping track of where she went. She thought that Mr. Miller hired people to follow her. Mr. Miller later confirmed this during a sermon I watched. Mica confided in me that Mr. Miller was moving assets that were in his name, such as his vehicle, changing the deed to their house to the church, transferring interest in Crocodile Rocks to one of his sons. In February 2024, Mr. Miller removed my sister's personal items from the home they shared while she was admitted to Waccamaw Mental Health Facility and left them at the apartment of Diana Nyosi. My sister was not aware that her personal possessions had been removed from her residence until she was released from the hospital. Prior to her admission to Waccamaw, Michael was gathering and sorting the evidence she had to bring to an attorney for filing for divorce to support her claims against Mr. Miller. And as to his abuse, character, his paramours and associates he paid off or blackmailed. While at the facility, those documents, emails, files, etc. were removed from her phone, personal laptop, vehicle, and purse and never recovered. Wow. Further, Michael was unable to access her iCloud account, email, or Facebook profile. Mr. Miller continued using at least one of Mica's accounts, causing any recipient to believe it was Mica's communications. Mica talked about what she wanted her life to be like following her divorce from Mr. Miller. Having traveled for a church mission this past fall from October 15th through October 27th, 2023, Mica was intending to participate in additional missions, even to live part-time in Kenya. Mica recently shipped some of her personal items to Kenya in preparation of her stay there. Man. My sister was hopeful for her future after filing for divorce from John Paul. My sister also expressed to me that she was fearful that she would not make it to the divorce and that her life would be taken from her. It is my belief, based on conversations with my sister, that she told multiple people, including other family members. Mica stated to me on many occasions, if I end up with a bullet in my head, it was not by me. It was JP. See that right there? I hope they have like the proof, and I'm sure they do. Like they could show law enforcement, because that right there is enough. Like she's telling you, if this happens, it's framed. They're making it seem like that, and they're probably gonna do it smart and try to make it look like it's unaliving. Cops, come on. Mica forwarded a family group text message notifying us that Mr. Miller was served with the divorce papers on April 25th, 2024. On April 27th, 2024, my sister, Mica A. Miller, was found dead as a result of a gunshot wound in Lumberton, North Carolina. I have the full support of my family and my request to be appointed by special administrator. I take the request and my potential appointment in this role very seriously. Dang it. And then that Gavin Fish got this report I want to share here. Where is it? All right. Right here. Oh, I have it up on my Adobe. Okay. Right here. GavinFish.com. It's one of the reports with the slashing of the tires and stuff. So where are we at? destruction, damage, vandalism of property. So, wait, Myrtle Beach. Hold on, let me see if I'm missing anything I should say. So on 3/11, so that was just last month or 2 months ago, I guess. March 11th, 2024. Okay. It says on 3/11/2024, HCPD officers were dispatched to Myrtle Beach area of Horry County for a report of a razor blade being placed in her tire at the location of RO spoke with V1, which is victim one, who stated that this is the second time a razor has deflated her tire in the last week. Victim one stated that she was at Springmaid Pier around 1:30. Victim one stated as she was leaving, she heard a pop and noticed that a piece of metal was protruding from her tire. Victim one made it home and found the tire had almost fully deflated by that point. RO observed the tire, and upon removal of the metal piece, it was found that the metal was a tire deflation device that can be purchased online. Victim one believes S1, says probably suspect one, right, may have placed or had the item placed in her tire. And then there's some redactions, and it says she has noticed strange activity and what she believes as people following or watching her. Victim one stated that S1, suspect one, I'm just going to say, has a history of similar actions against her. Evidence was not sufficient to prove that suspect one placed the razor blade device under the tire. Nothing further. But it sounds like her brother has proof from that email that he admitted to it, right? So I'm glad they have that. And then I know I kind of like touched base on this really quick on the other day about his record, but John Paul's record, I just thought I'd run through it real quick. I just wanted to name some of the charges. So driving while suspended, assault battery, high and aggravated. That's 1998. I guess that was a while ago, but still entering premises after warning and refusal. That's just speeding. There was something about the minor. Wait, where's the minor one? Hold on. Where'd it go? Where he like giving drugs to a minor, it sounds like, or something. I know it's on here. Let me see if I could find it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here it is. It's misdemeanor. It's a misdemeanor, but it's... Well, I guess he would have been... Wait, would he have been the minor? No, because he would have been... In 97, how old would he have been? In 98? He wouldn't have been a minor. Because he's 40... Or maybe he would have been. Maybe he's the minor. It's really vague. I hate when they give these charges. But no, because it says contributing to a delinquent child. So I don't know. Yeah, there's possession, there's liquor, like drinking. But I mean, we've all had our share. I'm not judging about that, but just to show he does have a little bit of a record. Okay, so now I just wanted to kind of go through. Oh, I have some videos. I have some more screenshots, but let me play a couple of the videos that I have. It's some people got some clips together of more of like different parts of John Paul's sermons. I don't know would you guys be interested to look at them? Yeah, March 7th. Let me say hi to a couple people. Hey, Green Eye, thank you for your super chat. Cats Keep. Hey, Anna. All right. Yeah, let's go through. I'm going to go through some more stuff real quick. I just gathered some more stuff from like groups and okay, where do we start here? Now this stuff is kind of interesting now because this is that Colby guy, which is he like a reporter or something? Cody. Why do I keep calling him Colby? Cody. Because he supposedly has like a source and he's saying stuff, which it sounds like he's not bluffing. I mean, because he's like, no, you wait, I have, you'll see. So I guess we'll see what comes out. But I want to read some of this here. So this is him talking to other people. It's not in order because it was just all random. But so some of us do have this experience, but still thinks things with the husband doesn't add up. That's what I meant. And I meant the cops need to tell the family what they know because it's devastating as is. I couldn't imagine not knowing. Unfortunately, I know this all too well. Hopefully soon they will. I know they want and need answers. They deserve that. Mica deserves that. This whole situation is horribly sad, and I couldn't imagine what they're going through. Sure hope the truth comes out. Wondering if she was made to say she was alone. Still lots of questions. And he says it will, like the truth will come out. And then if you want solid sources, talk to her sister. There's no one better that knew her better. And then he says, I understand it's a difficult situation. It's very sad, especially when the facts are released. So she's saying, like, when you guys hear it, because he knows it. When you guys hear the facts, you'll see how sad it is. But it's sad. I mean, I hope for the family's sake, the RCSO will hold a news conference sooner rather than later. I bet you a news conference is coming this week, if not today. Maybe tomorrow. Oh, it's already 5. Probably tomorrow, I'm guessing. It says, by law, if you are under the age of 40, an autopsy must be done. Do you know if that happened? And he says, this is not anything similar to Murdoch case. As much as people uncovered JP being a bad human, this isn't that type of situation. And they said, maybe he was forcing her to act as if she was alone. So, well, Cody's obviously saying like she was alone. That's so sad. By her husband's nonchalant reaction, I seriously thought he was guilty. And somebody says, I'm not buying it. He could have made her say whatever he wanted. So this is Cody saying, my sourcing is non-biased. It's not an opinion. It's based on what LEO found. Due to the limited number of people who know what happened on that Saturday, I can't divulge much more. I agreed when told some of the specifics. It would be off record. I did this to be able to gauge my future posts. This post remains fair and factual. However, I will not make another post until the RCSO makes a public statement and findings. It says, so are you saying that you have information even her family isn't aware of? And Cody says, what I'm saying is moving forward until the RCSO makes a public statement on their findings, I will not be making an additional post. So they say, thanks for deflecting my question. And says, thank you for always being upstanding and giving facts. I think it's crazy you're saying Leo announced this to you and not family. And you, for some reason, believe this is how they should find out. Somebody says, I'm going to be mad if he gets away with it. He may have forced her to pull the trigger. Does not add up. Because he's talking about this call, the 911 call. Cody's been saying, like, you'll see she called. This is for sure a possibility. Things definitely don't add up. Says, and some of us do have this experience, but still think things with the husband doesn't add up. That's what I meant. And I meant the cops need to tell the family what they know because it's devastating. I already read this one. Okay. Hold on. There is some other one. Okay, here we go. Over the weekend, multiple sources have told me Michael made a 911 call and had a conversation with dispatchers. Sources tell me the conversation indicated she was alone. Credible sources who say she was alone, yet somebody had her belongings, including supposed phone she used to call 911. That math isn't mathing. And that's that person that said, remember, he got her phone and her belongings. It's just really weird. And I think then they called the cops. And he says they are 100% credible. In a case like this, I wouldn't post unless source had direct knowledge and wasn't biased. Wait, what's it say? Sources? Okay. That gentleman has spoken up and told how he came to have her bag and belongings. He is also having a very hard time with this. Over the weekend, multiple sources have told me Mica made a 911 call and I had a conversation with dispatchers. Sources tell me the conversation indicated she was alone. And somebody says he was out not a couple of days after her death, and that's that picture. Does anybody, who is this Cody Alcorn? I was going to Google him. I forgot to figure out, is he like a reporter or something? Does anybody know? Okay, some of these are doubles. Hold on. Let me get the rest of the Codys since there's more of them down here. That's a double. Hold on. Some of these are doubles. Yeah, people are saying he might have forced her. Oh, I had like screenshot these a couple times. Hold on. A lot of these are doubles somehow. Yeah, all these are. Okay, so yeah, those are all doubles. Okay, so 1 second. I'm going to put these in a folder so I don't redo these. All right, I'm going to play a clip now of, I have more screenshots I want to read to, but I'll kind of mix it with some of these clips of some of the sermons that were some of the stuff he said that were just kind of not sitting well. My freaking screen's froze right now. Oh, it'll still let me do this. Okay. All right, let me play one. Somebody put this together, this compilation of it. We'll watch. Okay. Or actually, let me do a couple of the short clips first. Here we go.
Failed, and he became like a stone. 10 days later, the Lord struck Nabal, and he died. David didn't have to do anything. God took care of it. And David got something in return. Watch this. When David heard that Nabal was dead, he said, "Praise the Lord." That's exactly what I would say if I found out that some people in my life were dead. As long as they went to heaven, I want them to get saved first. He has kept me from doing...
Did you hear what he just said? Who freaking says that to your congregation? Like, who says that? Go, listen, if you guys missed it, I got to rewind that. Like, are you kidding me?
Failed, and he became like a stone. 10 days later, the Lord struck Nabal, and he died. David didn't have to do anything. God took care of it. And David got something in return. Watch this. When David heard that Nabal was dead, he said, "Praise the Lord." That's exactly what I would say if I found out that some people in my life were dead. As long as they went to heaven, I want them to get saved first. He has kept me from doing this wrong and has brought Nabal's wrongdoing down.
It's not even funny to joke about. Like, are you freaking serious? No. No freaking thank you. All right, I have some more here. Ezekiel's a little barkster. Ooh, wrong one.
Her to become his wife. He did not waste any time at all. Now, and just so you know, ladies, if you want a good man, this is what you have to do right here. Ready? She bowed down with her face to the ground and said, "I am your servant. I am ready to serve you." I'm just saying. You want a good man, you better memorize that scripture right there. That's the scripture you need to memorize. Abigail quickly got a donkey and went with David's messengers and became his wife.
Sick. To say that, like, to be up there preaching, it's unfreaking believable. Like, how did he have so many people like supporting him and donating to the church? That's who you're gonna look up to. That freaking, it's unbelievable. I can't even. I don't know. I can't even understand that. All right, let me share some more here. All right, is this one? There's two more. One of them is like a 10-minute compilation. I think it might be this one. Yeah, here we go. Like I said, somebody had it on a group. So
today, instead, I'm going to have you stand up and I'm going to make an announcement. And after the announcement, I'm going to ask that you leave church quietly and don't talk about the announcement here in the building, please, if you can. So y'all can stand to your feet.
This is the. We'll just watch.
Before I make the announcement, I also want to say that My request to you is that you will continue to come to church and serve and give for the next, little bit. 'Cause I don't want to have, I'm taking a little bit of a break, and I don't want to have to worry about the church. My break may be a few days, a few weeks, I don't know. I got a call late last night. My wife has passed away. And it was self-induced, and it was up in North Carolina. And we're going to have a funeral for her next Sunday here at 3 p.m. And so it's all I can, I'm just kind of going on adrenaline right now. So y'all pray for me and my kids and everybody. And y'all knew that she wasn't well mentally, and that she needed her medicine that was hard to get to her. And so I'm sure there'll be more details to come, but just keep our family in your prayers. And I'm going to let Pastor Randall, my bishop, he can pray. I'll give him a microphone, he'll pray out. And if you have anything you want to share as well, I just want to get the altar call and quit now. One day, listen, if you ever want to know what I'm going through in life, it's always about what I'm preaching about. God is so to do that every single time. One day I'm going to preach about getting rich, strong, healthy, and finding a hot wife that loves Jesus. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just kidding. When my wife went in the hospital, I looked at her phone, and I counted over the past 2 years, 18 people who had texted her and said, if you ever want to talk about your husband, you can talk to me and say anything, and I'll keep it confidential. Why the heck does somebody want to hear what somebody else says about their spouse? And 2 of those 18 were men. I thought, and I was thinking when I read that, I thought, Mark Castaday, he's one of our elders here, and Jackie, she oversees our New Testament discipleship. Could you see Mark calling another woman and saying, you know what, I just want to tell you some things about my wife I don't like? Or could you see Jackie calling a woman or a man, either one? No, if someone wants to call you and say bad things about somebody else, that's a demon talking to you, and the only way to respond is with the Word of God. Because see, demons love words that line up with what they want. They cannot stand the Word of God. So if anyone calls you and says, listen, I need to tell you about what my husband's doing, my wife, you say, listen, here's what the Bible says you need to do with that, because that's a demon. So there you go. Okay, I feel much better already. A friend of mine that's a pastor called me last week, and one day on a Monday, his wife told him that he was the greatest husband in the world, that she loved her life, and she was so appreciative. The very next day, something happened, and she left. And he didn't know where she went. She just left. Left all of her things, left everything she had, everything she worked for, everything. He didn't know what to think. He had no idea what was going on. So he hired a third-party service to find her and see where she was living and that kind of stuff. And they did. And last week they turned in all of their evidence to his lawyer, and he discovered that she had left him for one of his staff members, a young man that he had trained to learn how to preach. That he had shared his pulpit with him. A young man who the pastor had paid to go to Bible college, gave him a job. He worked hand in hand with the pastor. And in one fleeting moment, the pastor lost his wife and his good friend all at the same time. When he saw the information over at the lawyers, he started to throw up. Just throw up. One trash can, second trash can, a third trash can, then he just started to dry heave. He couldn't believe what he saw was the most horrible image and worst thing you could ever imagine. The lawyer drew up the divorce papers. The lawyer told him and said, you have everything you need now. You can be divorced in 3 months. And you'll never have to see her again. You won't have to give her a dime. There's far more than enough information to take care of everything. The pastor said, give me the papers, draw them up. They got all the paperwork ready. They put the pen in his hand, and he just couldn't sign the paper. They said, but don't you see everything, and don't you understand? And he called a lot of the elders, and they supported, if he wanted to leave her, just leave her. This is it. For some reason, he just couldn't do it. And so he went home and he wrote her a letter. And all he said was, I forgive you for what you've done. And I already forgive you for whatever you're going to do. Whenever you want to be restored, just call. And if you want a divorce, you'll have to leave me, because the Bible says, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. He left. And the hardest thing he's ever had to go through, he can't hear from God very clearly. He doesn't know what God wants him to do. He knows that she's not herself and doesn't know how to handle it or how to respond. rage, the rejection, the relationship. It's all there. And so if you get a chance, pray that his heart does not remain angry or upset, because it's destroying him. Now, I got some people I would love to see torn to pieces by some bears, okay? I have some enemies. I'd like to buy them a ticket to the zoo and just pray and see what happens, you know, when they get by. Anybody got any? No, am I the only one that has an enemy in my life? When David heard that Nabal was dead, he said, "Praise the Lord." That's exactly what I would say if I found out that some people in my life were dead. Then David sent word to Abigail, asking her to become his wife. He did not waste any time at all. Not everybody is who they say they are. When you meet somebody, Facebook, whatever, just because they go to church, not everybody is who they say they are. Just because they act spiritual doesn't mean their advice is godly. They could be pulling you down a wrong road where you're going to get caught up in something you shouldn't get caught up in. Doing the work. Now listen, I'm hurting more than I've ever hurt, going through so much pain you can't imagine. Last week, I have somebody that's going to donate a plane to our church for me to be able to fly from Florida to Tennessee, North Carolina, and Georgia for me to go preach at other churches. Because listen, God gave me the idea, I don't care about other churches, I care about other pastors. And for some reason, I can develop a sermon on tithing, on gossip, on strife, on supporting your pastor, and I can say things to the church that'll bless the pastor. So now I'm getting invitations to speak at other churches all over the states around here, and we got a free plane. I can go around this park right here behind the movie theater for $70 a month. They keep the plane there. So while you're talking about me on Facebook, look up in the sky and you'll see a Solid Rock logo on a plane. That's me going to Miami. Not everybody.
Wait a minute. He doesn't care about the people. He just cares about other pastors. Is that what he said? Like, you don't care about other churches. Like, so the people in the church, he just cares about the past. What is wrong with this guy? How are the people like blindly following this guy? He's sick. He's not about Jesus. He's not about he is so fake. I can't.
Everybody is who they say they are. When you meet somebody, Facebook, whatever, just because they go to church, not everybody is who they say they are. Just because they act spiritual doesn't mean their advice is godly. They could be pulling you down a wrong road.
Exactly.
Where you're
projection much? Exactly. That's what you're doing, John Paul.
going to get caught up in something you shouldn't get caught up in.
So today my heart's a little heavy. I've had a lot of women that have reached out to me about situations of abuse. And I just want to tell you what a lot of people have told me lately and reminded me, because I think I forgot. I knew, but I pushed it in the back of my head just because of my situation. But you are the bride of Christ. Before anybody else's bride, male or female, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what gender you are. Abuse is abuse. And you are the bride of Christ. And my Bible says that he took all the abuse you could think of for you so that you didn't have to live that life of slavery and bondage and pain. Jesus took it all for you. So you don't have to stay in a abusive relationship, whether that's sexual, whether that's somebody forcing you to take illegal drugs, or alcohol abuse, or physical abuse, psychological abuse, making you think that this is all your fault, or you're a bad mom, or you're a bad wife, or you're a bad husband, or you're not giving it your all when you know you are. God hates divorce, but why? According to everybody I've asked and the scriptures that I've found, it's because it hurts people. But does abuse hurt people? How do you think God feels about that? So I want to remind you, like a bunch of people have been reminding me lately, that I'm God's bride first. And even an earthly spouse who's a good spouse, when they know that their bride is being hurt, just imagine what an earthly spouse does. What do you think your heavenly spouse does when you're the bride of Christ and he sees his bride going through abuse and hurt? What do you think he thinks about that? So, encouragement in all this is, you are the bride of Christ first, before anybody else's. And he's got you. And he sees you. And he loves you.
I don't know who made this. Like I said, this was on the group, but I like how they overlaid her singing on that. That was nice. Look, my mom just brought me up dinner, guys. Look how good. Pork chops, sweet potatoes, green beans. It's HelloFresh. We're trying to get them to sponsor me because I love HelloFresh. I'd be the great promoter because we eat it all the time and we all love it. So we're trying to get them. They haven't responded because they sponsor a lot of YouTube channels. But anyway, okay. So let's get back to this. So let me share. Thanks, Sarah, for sending me the face group stuff. Yeah, I always forget to check on face group for like updates as far as like right here. Where they said, Robeson County Sheriff's Office is aware that information pertaining to the death of Mica Miller has been released by the North Carolina Medical Examiner's Office. Sheriff Bernice Wilkins has scheduled a meeting with the family of Mica and will be releasing more detailed information to substantiate the medical examiner findings tomorrow evening. Sheriff Wilkins is also asking for everyone to please await the full timeline of events before making assumptions and coming to conclusions. So yeah. All right. 1 second. Let me put this over here. I'll wait to eat until maybe if we watch a video. Okay. I want to read a couple more screenshots. Okay. I have yet to see the medical examiner report though. I'll have to look for it. All right, what else? Oh, let me play. One second. What is this again? Okay, let's read this real quick. One second. Right here, this article seems kind of interesting here. It has some. Okay, so this is the GPS tracker found on a car of Myrtle Beach woman weeks before her death in Robeson County police reports allege harassment. A Myrtle Beach woman found dead last week in Robeson County had a tracking device placed on her car that was discovered after she took it to a dealership and repair a tire that had been slashed, according to Horry County police reports. Mica Miller, 30, made 2 complaints on March 11th. The first coming after her vehicle's tire was slashed near Springmaid Pier, the report said. The second complaint, filed hours later, came after Miller took her vehicle to East Coast Honda on Highway 17 bypass to have the tire repaired. The police reports indicate that the suspect in both incidents was a male. Miller's husband, John Paul Miller, is the senior pastor at Solid Rock Church in Market Common. The church's website is currently suspended. Miller's body was found on April 27th at Lumber River State Park. And then, yeah, now we have the... On Friday, Sierra Francis was asked to be named special administrator over Mica's estate. And then also ask for a copy of Miller's death certificate. Okay. According to the police reports, Miller first contacted officers at about 1:20 a.m. on March 11th to report one of her tires had been slashed. Officers met her at Margarita Drive address. Miller told officers that this is the second time a razor has deflated her tire in the last week, the report states. Miller said she was leaving Springmaid Pier when she heard a pop and noticed that a piece of metal was protruding from her tire. By the time she got to Margarita Drive, the tire was fully deflated. The officer observed the tire, and upon removal of the metal piece, it was found that the metal was a tire deflation device that can be purchased online. The suspect's identity is redacted in both reports, but Miller said she noticed strange activity in what she believes as people following her or watching her. Miller also told officers that the suspect has a history of similar actions against her. Police said there was not enough evidence to charge anyone in the tire slashing incident. Then, just before noon on March 11th, an Horry County police officer went to East Coast Honda to investigate a harassment complaint. Miller told him that another officer had helped change her tire and that she then headed to gas station before going to East Honda. While getting fuel, the suspect in this incident showed up next to her at the pump trying to talk to her, where the report said. She told him to go away. She does not want to talk. And then when she pulled her out, and then when she pulled her out, I'm sure it's her phone out to record, he sped off. As Miller was talking to the officer at the dealership, the report said she received a call from the suspect using a no ID number. The suspect was advised that the victim does not want any further contact. And if he proceeds, then warrants may possibly be written up. So wait, I wonder if they talk to him, because the way they're wording that, they're saying the victim does not want any further contact. Wonder if she put him on the phone when he called. The victim advised me she was afraid for her life. Doesn't that mean anything, officers? The officer wrote in the report, she also advised she blocks his number and still gets calls and texts from him on other numbers. After the officer left, the report said a mechanic discovered the tracking device on Miller's vehicle. She then headed to court trying to get a restraining order. Miller handed the GPS device over to police outside the courthouse. While I was standing out front of the magistrate's office with the victim, a white in color Honda Accord slow rolled down Scipio Lane in front of the magistrate's office. The officer wrote, wow. Wonder if he has a Honda. Is that what he has, a Honda Accord? No charges were filed in either incident. Dang it, dude. There's got to be more to it. There's got to be. Hold on 1 second. Oh. Hold on 1 second, guys. I keep getting information about this, like things that are. All right, so let me share a couple more screenshots. There's so much, man. I'm really afraid they're just gonna end it. Like they will for a while. It's gonna have like private investigators are gonna have to get something to put pressure on them, but it won't. It's gonna take time now that they ended the investigation. But thank you, Fran Photog. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, actually, Miss Washington, Kyler, her friend, she said that on the interview yesterday. She came on my channel and for an interview, and she said that. All right, so let me go through a couple more screenshots. All right. So where was I at? So this one is, this was from, look, this is 4 weeks ago. So this had to be before, right? It says, thank you, everyone. Run away. So Sierra is the sister, Micah's sister. This is my sister's husband. Anonymous, you should reach out to me. His wife was found dead. His wife was just, wait, why does it say 2 weeks? How could it hold on a second. Anyway, his wife just found dead. Oh, this one's okay. That was 2 weeks. This says like 6 days or something. And she says, what? After she filed for divorce and had no contact. Girl, his sermon, sickening. My husband played guitar at the church with him on the piano years ago when he was charged for soliciting. And hold on. They're not in order. Okay. Stay away from that church. Been searching and I'm disgusted. His dad has a lot of balls to post about his dead daughter-in-law over his Facebook. Oh, I have a post from his dad too. I wanted to read. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's like about Micah. I mean, it's a nice post, but yeah. His son's wife was headed for the same fate. But thank God she got out before it did. Oh, yeah, because his son has a domestic, for hitting a bottle over his girl's head. Wow, I always knew he was widely inappropriate with the few sermons I attended with my ex, but this takes the cake. Cheater. He also's still married and abusive from what I've heard. He said he was separated, but a mutual decision by him and his wife. Cheated before that? Anonymous member, he cheated on his first wife with her. He's a narcissist and yes, a cheater. I'm not sure about the mutual decision though. It was rough on her getting out. He's also selling her stuff behind her back. There's a lot. He's massive walking red flag. I'll just say that. And remember, this is her sister that in this chat. Wow, thank you much. If anyone is even considering trying to talk or date this sick monster, please run far, far away. Arrested multiple times for soliciting for prostitution. And this person says, what? Where did you find that info out? And she says, my husband knows him. He called him to let him know he wouldn't be at church or playing in the band because of it for a while. Happened more than once. Yeah, I'd stay far away. His wife is cropped out of this picture. Yeah, he's married with kids. Is this for real? Stay away from that flag. Also has some SA allegations under his name. Also, I was not being sarcastic at the poster. It's just not a big secret. He's dangerous. Hold on, you guys. There we go. After she filed for divorce, he had no contact. Girl, his sermon, sickening. Oh, I already played that. I already watched that one. Says, so I know in reference to earlier post where it is mentioned that Micah had surgery in 2017. That is true. I worked with Micah at that time. Many people at East Coast Honda can vouch for this. The surgery she has was a breast enhancement that JP forced her to get because hers were too small. She took time off work when he forced her to get the surgery. He's sickening. He's sick. Oh, poor girl. So this is like people speculate on what they think happened. So let's see. So somebody says, no update. Situation didn't involve a matter that the public needs to be aware of. Says, what happened at the river? Somebody says, I just got word, OJS, that a guy killed his girlfriend. A 30-year-old female shot herself is what I heard. So they're hearing two different things going on. This was from JLR. It says, Mica Miller neighborhood surveillance, Pastor John Miller, South Carolina. So it's like he's getting some kind of, they think he's getting served. We'll get to that in a minute. Hold on one second. I want to go over his dad's stuff too, but that was some guy. Hold on one second. Let me make sure that I don't have any. Give me 1 minute, guys. Okay. So I make sure there's no addresses or anything. There wasn't one. But so somebody had this in a group because this guy goes obviously is a part of the church. He's in a picture with him right here. Here's John Paul, Bernie Kennerson, and then it's talks about him right here. So Bernie Kennerson married on December 28th. Bernie possesses the following: a 2-year professional diploma from Berklee College of Music, a bachelor's of music degree from Appalachian State University, a ministerial studies diploma, blah, blah, blah. So he co-pastored and all this stuff, right? He's a part of the church. And then somebody had found this. I should look him up under my background search. Yeah, I will. But indecent acts with another. So it's really good. I mean, of course, you hang around the people that. Thank you. Oh, Fran Fautog, I did thank you. Thank you again. And Becky G, thank you for gifting. You are so nice. Thank you so much. Seriously. And then here is, I think this is actually, man, I forget what the caption said, because isn't this is his dad, right? I think that's him and his dad, right? No, I forget what they said about this. And then I think Kyler had this actually on her Facebook right here, where it says, we live a few streets back from the church, and my husband and I were walking our dog by the church maybe about 10 minutes ago. All of a sudden, as we were walking by, a man comes up, takes flowers away from the church sign. He's on speakerphone with a woman talking about Mica and the flowers. It was JP. He walked back to his blue truck. It looked to be the same truck, and he was wearing the same shirt from the video that was posted earlier. He is taking away her memorial flowers. Oh, wait, there was more. And somebody says, you're positive it was him? And it says 100%, no question. My husband and I drove past the church again within the same hour, and the truck was still there. How messed up, dude. And then that's when JLR posted this. I just encountered Pastor John Paul. I asked him if he murdered his wife, Mica. He refused to answer and slammed his door and drove off. And they're using this picture because they're like same truck, same outfit, talking on the speakerphone, a woman's voice on the other end. He walked over to the church sign and removed all the flowers. We specifically heard him say Mica, and someone brought lavender flowers. Yeah, John, they didn't bring him for you. They brought him for freaking Mica. Leave him there. Jerk, man. So I was reading some of the Google reviews, and I read all the ones so far, but I went through them, and this is the one I hadn't read this one yet because it was a newer one. It says, JP, I have no clue what you'll experience when you die and you stand before God. I do know, however, that if you don't actually repent, it will be utterly terrifying. No going back to repent then. Teachers receive the greater judgment, you adulterer and abuser. You know nothing of the gospel of Christ, and I'm appalled that you have the guts to stand in a pulpit and claim you do. The utter lack of fear of God is astonishing. And here's another one. I spent my childhood at this church. I could not be more grateful to have the veil removed from my eyes when I got fired from there in 2016 for doing what was asked of me. No one should be attending a church led by JP. Listen to a sermon by him. Listen to what he says a scripture says, and then look up what it actually says. You'll quickly see the fraud he is. I hope the kids that are still in his congregation are protected by their family and removed immediately. Take these out. So I feel like I'm screaming because I have the noise cancellation on these headphones. I'm probably talking really loud. I was directed to not speak with Mica in the last few months. I was there and I lost a sweet friendship because of it. I hope she and her family get the justice that they deserve. Man, I probably was screaming, guys. I'm sorry. Now that I'm realize I have those out of my ears, it's like, whoa, I was talking really loud. Here's another one. Shame on Pastor JP. I was a member of the original church. You married my husband and I. JP, you are a wolf in sheep's clothing. You preach lies to people to make yourself feel better. You have ruined so many people's lives. Shame on you. I hope you feel this pain for the rest of your life. You're the definition of a classic narcissist and abuser. JP, you need to seek help. Michael was a beautiful soul ruined by you. Here's that. Yeah, here's the Cody stuff. I thought I actually put those in a folder. I already read those ones. Hold on. What is this one? This one is the deed, power of attorney. I forget why I saved that one. Welcome to the family. What is this? Do not know why I screenshot that. Being a little scammer, scamster. Certificate of membership. Probably charged money right in the pocket of freaking JP. Oh, this right here. So this was supposedly this girl was she was at the protest and she was I guess like just being like, oh, justice for Jesus, and just like being all against what they were doing. So hold on one second. Let me share it. I gotta share it a different way. So, or let me know if you guys could hear this. Because I don't know if I shared the audio when it comes on. Maybe you guys will be able to hear it. You hear it? Oh, so yeah, she was saying like justice for Jesus or something. I don't have the caption. I should have screenshot what that was about. Oh, no. Oh, okay. It's not a big deal. All they're doing is saying justice for Mica. And she's just, you can't even hear what she's saying. But in the caption of the person that posted it says something like she was like basically going against him, saying justice for Jesus or whatever. And you could see she came from the church, I guess. But like I said, that's all. I probably won't reshare it because it's just really quick and they're just saying justice for Mica. Okay. But thanks for letting me know so I know for the next one. All right. It's because my earphones that the audio stopped sharing. It's weird. All right, let me continue with some of these screenshots. So Charles Randall writes, by the authority vested in me as overseer, hereby release Pastor John Paul Miller from all ministerial, how do you say that, ministerial functions for a time of healing, counsel, and guidance pursuant to our governing instrument. Yeah, right. He's going to go spend time with his girlfriend, I'm sure. And he's not going to grieve. He doesn't care. Are you kidding me? There's the Mica. Okay, so. Oh, this is. The guy that found. You guys all saw that, right? The guy, you want me to read this again? The guy that supposedly was there? I'll read it again real quick in case the people didn't get to see it. It says, I'll tell you who could or maybe could have stopped this from happening to this godly, beautiful young lady. Now I'm having to live with the regret of at least going in and checking on her. See, he says going in. So was she in the car? Now remember, take all this with a grain of salt. These are like Facebook posts and stuff like that. It's not necessarily facts. You just got to determine what you believe. It's just people posting things. Some of it, obviously there's some facts, but going in and checking on her to see if anyone else was involved. Let me explain, because it's killing me. I was in my boat fishing and I went up into a lake off the river. When I got to the back of the lake, I heard a faint crying, not loud. You're wondering, could I see anyone? I couldn't because of tress were blocking my view. But I really feel now that she could see me. So I just kept fishing. Then maybe 2 minutes, I heard a gunshot. I said, oh my God, no, Lord, don't let it be. So there was just enough water going through the woods to where I could float my boat through. As I was looking, I saw a little tote pack and a cell phone and glasses were out of the bag. So I picked up her belongings, walked around to see if I could. Oh, wait, there's more. Hold on. If I could see anything, I didn't and got real nervous. Put belongings in boat, went to landing, loaded my boat up as I was leaving. I saw that the laws were there, told them what happened. That's when I found out what happened. I have reached out to the family and they are getting done so wrong. I just can't believe it. But people, this is so sad. Where are we at? And wrong. I'm not condemning anyone, but I will say this. God knows all. More investigating needs to happen. I regret not checking on her. You all say I pray for me, pray that family gets some answers and peace. So yeah, and then wait, there's another, where was it here? It looks like he responded to, somebody says, please tell the police and news agencies. And he says, I have. They got my written statement and all my info. As a matter of fact, I called them that Monday morning after it happened and told them they need to do more investigating because felt something wasn't right. My whole week has involved Mica, and I want justice for her, just as bad as the next person. God knows all. And he says, and I really feel it's going to happen. I sure hope so. Oh, I just read that, Sarah. That's the one I just read. Did you see it? Oh, look, I just read that by Charles Randall right here. Right there. Oh, this is that he's released from his ministerial. I gotta Google how you say that. Hold on. Because I don't know which syllable to stress on that. Does anybody know? I'm gonna find out though. I just want to see real quick. Ministerial pronunciation.
Ministerial.
Okay, ministerial functions. All right, so let's go to the next one. So this is a Dr. Nanya, I don't know. It says, I'm a Christian and I am also a licensed healthcare professional with 40 years in the field, much of it in mental health. Diagnosis is bipolar and schizophrenic. Diagnosis is as bipolar and schizophrenic, not likely. In fact, it sounds like someone has been shopping around for clinicians to give the diagnosis they want. The personality disorder, very likely. In addition, she isn't prescribed anything for schizophrenia. Again, makes no sense clinically. Incidentally, bipolar is a trendy diagnosis. And a completely normal person sees 5 psychiatrists and gives the exact same complaint, one of them will say you're bipolar. It is an abused diagnosis that clinicians like because they get to prescribe medications, which is a cash cow. As for the Christian aspect, Pastor Miller's spiritual advisor and mentor told CP that basically social media is very wicked in saying things and lying about the situation, things that they are not aware of. The Reverend Charles Randall making a ridiculous claim that people are lying about her is nothing more than gossip. He has no idea if people are lying because he can't operate their brains, nor does he share in their information or experiences. He further loses credibility when he makes the absurd comment about them having a little bump in the road and then goes on to say no abuse. Was he living in the home? He has absolutely no way of determining if there was abuse going on. At most, she didn't claim there was abuse. This entire story is suspicious. Just thought that was a good one to read. All right. That was from yesterday or Saturday. U-Haul trucks at the church now moving stuff out. Saturday night, 10 p.m. Here's that post again. It says, he slammed the door because he asked him if he murdered his wife. Look how the reflection you can see. I'm always looking at reflections. Well, this is about the breast enhancement that he made her get, supposedly. Why do I have all these doubles of screenshots? Sorry, guys. This is the protest. Break the silence and end domestic violence. I already read this. Okay, so actually, there might be one. Oh, here we go. This is his dad, which I'm gonna have a couple things about his dad. I didn't get to actually do any more extra research yet on him, but I did have some stuff that I didn't get to share last night about the whole his dad stuff. But this is what he says about Mica. My fondest memory of Mica is the summer of 2017. My mother had died and I had published a cookbook with her famous recipes. Mica wanted to learn to cook Southern food for John Paul, so we made an agreement that each Wednesday afternoon I would come over and we would cook from the cookbook some of my mom's recipes. We had a great time doing this, and it was the season that I was the closest. And it was the season that I was closest to Mica. Wait, hold on. Am I reading that right? And it was the season that I was closest to Mica before leaving the U.S. in 2019 for the mission field. She was always so loving and kind and always afforded me the greatest respect. I was proud to be her father-in-law. I was proud of the way she poured herself into the Solid Rock Church. She was an incredible worship leader, and I know she is now singing in the Heavenly Choir. All right, so this one, Kyler is the friend that we interviewed yesterday. You guys should go check it out. It starts like an hour into the live yesterday. I might actually make it a separate thing and just re-upload just the interview part so people don't miss it. But so it says, y'all, this is getting even more crazy. I'm sure you remember the scandal that happened at Low Country Community Church about 20 years ago with Troy Taylor molesting youth group kids. Well, a few years ago, Troy got out of prison on a technicality with the trial. So he's a free man right now. Guess who is close friends with Wayne Miller, JP's dad, who has passed crime charges and went to Pakistan with him for that church ministry, Troy. His Instagram is public and his photo lines up with the timing of when he was there. So, remember somebody was asking about who Troy is? Well, this kind of gives the overview. He was the guy molesting the youth group kids, and got out of prison early. Wonder how long he did spend in there. I'm gonna have to look it up. Hopefully, he spent a lot of years. Here's the his John Paul's first wife that looks so similar to Mica. So he has like a type, but she would have been like half Mica's age. You know what I'm saying? Allison Williams and John Paul were married February 26 at Cathedral Baptist Church in Myrtle Beach. The Reverend R.W. Miller, which is his dad, performed the ceremony. The bride is a daughter of John and Nancy of Myrtle Beach. The groom is the son of Reverend Wayne and Susan of Myrtle Beach. Matron of honor. Well, okay, I won't read all that details, but here they are. I had showed this lot yesterday, but so it was in my files. He looks, wow, they look young. How old are they there? I wonder. This is about some of the stuff about his church, but I just wanted to read one of these here because I'm going to read all. So look, you get to attend pizza with a pastor. Once every 2 months, the pastors of Solid Rock invite everyone who has been visiting our church to come hang out on a Sunday afternoon with the pastors and leaders. This is a great time for you to check out how normal we are. How normal? No, you're far from freaking normal. We are as we ask and answer lots of questions. Oh, check out how normal we are as we ask and answer lots of questions to get to know each other. We look forward to hearing everything you love about Solid Rock. Listen to our core values, and it goes on about. Pastors will get you ready to start serving the body of Christ, just like how you got freaking Mica ready, and she's 14 years old. Yeah, I know how you do that, John. And then this is a post, Solid Rock. If you're searching for a church family, we'd love for you to come and check us out, Solid Rock. We'll be having a memorial service for the lovely Mica Miller. Mica, I forgot how to say her middle name. Mica Asia, maybe. Blessed us in so many ways, and we are saddened, but know she has graduated to heaven. The service will be on Sunday, May 5th at 3 p.m. Solid Rock. Did they end up having that service then? I don't know. Why do I have so many different... I've got like triples of those. Oh, I got to read this. But you know what I'm going to do first so I could eat a couple bites of my food before it gets cold? I'm going to play this video. Real quick, another video. Oh, wait, I only have a few more screenshots. Hold on, I might as well finish that. Let me read this. Might as well finish her up with the screenshots. So, dear friends, it's funny how the last series I preached was on tests, trials, and attacks. I can honestly say that I need to re-listen to my own sermons. Though Solid Rock is going through a big trial, there is light at the end of the tunnel. I failed a test. I repented. I am and will for years to come remain faithful in counseling and have more accountability than ever. So this was posted on that First News? I think it's called. I'm still a little bit confused who wrote it. Has anybody seen this? It's going around in all the groups. Let's just read it and see what we make out of it. It says, I sinned and disappointed you. I wish that I could please everyone who remains upset by paying for my sin, but I can't. I cannot atone for what happened. The consequences of my actions are far more horrific than you could imagine, but I am not going to turn my back on God. God has given me a gift. He has anointed me to speak his word in a way that draws people closer to Jesus. Is this Paul? I wonder if this is John Paul. Does anybody know? Because I'm not sure. Anyway, so his words in a way that draws people closer to Jesus. Just because I failed a test doesn't mean that I am going to turn my back on God and stop using this gift. No, I have Broadcastify. Scoop, that is the that's the one that I looked through. I looked through the Broadcastify. This was, I feel like the dispatch that this person had was from something else because that's what I was looking at. I do use Broadcastify, Scoop. Unless if somehow I missed it. Maybe I ended up missing it when I was listening through it. I'll have to go back and listen. But that's what I was listening to all morning. But thanks, Scoop. Okay. Where are we at? I recently offered a full-time secular job that would allow me, or I was recently offered a full-time secular job that would allow me to leave the ministry and never have to deal with the shame and embarrassment of what happened in my past. If I took this job, I would have a more peaceful life with no problems that come with ministry, no headaches, no cell phone, and I wouldn't have to stand up and preach God's word while looking in the eyes of the people whom know my failure. Although the offer was tempting, and though I will most likely take part-time job on the side as to take care of my family during the season, God has called me to rebirth Solid Rock Ministries. I am asking for your help. If I have sown any seeds in the lives of you and your families for the past 9 years, and if there is a harvest available for me to draw from, now is the season to release that harvest. Is this John Paul? I don't know. I'm sorry that I don't know. It was just posted. And I was trying to like read comments and it's not clear. Let's see. So for 9 years he was preaching, so it must be. If there's a harvest available for me to draw from, now is the season to release the harvest. I am asking you to give me 1 year to begin to earn your trust back and make Solid Rock everything God's called it to be. Starting August 2nd, we will be going to one Sunday morning service at 10:30 until the end of the 2015. Anyone who is willing to serve or lead in some capacity, please meet in the sanctuary on Saturday, August 1st at 10 a.m. for a leadership servant meeting. As a side note, I am looking at bringing on a retired minister to help me pastor Solid Rock, as well as redeveloping the structure of accountability. Solid Rock will be adding trustees to our ministry. The trustees will consist of successful and experienced pastors from different areas in South Carolina that will oversee the finances of the church, the legal authority of the church, and hold me as the senior pastor, accountable for any and all decisions made at Solid Rock. These pastors will be introduced to the congregation over the next 6 months. On a more personal note, Allie and I are communicating every day as we work through our future. And if we had to do it over again, we would not have involved the church in our personal life. This makes it so difficult on ourselves and our children. It's especially hard to hear from God when there are 400 voices, text, emails, and phone calls telling us what we should do. I thank those of you who sincerely prayed, loved, forgiven, and remain on God's side through all the gossip, meetings, Facebook. Wait a minute, Allie. Entrees and gatherings. Allie, that was in the obituary. I have to see who Allie was, right? I am also continuing all the counseling, inner healing, and pastoral counsel that I have been receiving for the next 2 years. For all of you who've refused to let a dream die, a ministry fail, a vision become blind, I hope to see you on Saturday at 10 a.m. Okay, so wait, Xavier, here's what I think happens. Is his first wife. Oh, that's where I saw that. Okay, then this is John then. This is John Paul's. Then that's why, okay, that's why they were posting it everywhere. Okay. Yeah, Scoop, just email me. We could talk about this privately if you want. If you're concerned or if you want to explain something, that's fine. Because I'm not going to, I'll probably, in chat, I miss a lot of stuff. So I would just email me. Okay, so almost done. We have, oh, here's the, oh my God, this is the thing with the dad. Hold on a second. I can't find. the first one, but I will be able to get it because I have some subscriptions. But we'll just read this and then I'm going to do some more research after this live. I know an angle I want to take to research, but hold on one second. From page 1C. I'll read the first one and then, so this is John Paul's dad. Says Miller Oaks. Leslie Ann Oaks and Reginald Rowan Miller, both of Myrtle Beach, were married February 25th, 2006. The First Baptist Church. I'm going to skip some of this stuff. The groom is the son of Reginald Kinley and Inez Miller. Okay, hold on a second. I'm not going to read it. They're honeymooning in Charleston in Israel, but this is the part I wanted to read, not this right here. Like I said, it cuts in, but I'll find the first part because I'm going to do some research tonight. So, Furr was in a stall urinal when the defendant Miller walked up behind him with no pants on. This is the dad. Into the next urinal and tried to look over the stall to look at Detective Furr's genitals. The incident report states defendant Miller then walked into a changing station and nodded for Detective Furr to join him. When Furr walked up to the changing station, the report states Miller was exposing himself wearing nothing but a t-shirt. Wait, is this the dad or John Paul? Because we know John has an incident too. Let's see. Detective Furr identified himself as Horry County Police. Wait, hold on a second. Okay. And placed Miller under arrest, the report states. Miller told church and college officials during the meeting Monday that Furr followed him in the bathhouse and initiated the incident, according to minutes of that meeting. Furr said, "What do you like to do?" And I asked if he was a policeman. Miller said, according to the minutes, he said no, so I got very nervous and started to get dressed. He then said, "No, wait, I want to show you what's in my pocket." And he pulled out his badge and arrested me. I'm pretty sure it's the dad, though, this one. Furr said police regularly conduct undercover operations at the state park because indecent exposure at the bathhouses is an ongoing problem. It always has been and continues to be. Miller went to trial in magistrate court in September and agreed to take part in the state's pretrial intervention program, which is designed for first-time offenders of nonviolent crimes. The program goal is to give offenders a second chance by diverting them from court and into a program consisting of counseling and guidance and community service work and restitution. Successful completion of the program can allow the defendant's arrest record to be destroyed. Oh my, hold on a second. I don't know what he's barking at. I was trying to ask my mom, but she can't hear. Yeah, so the successful completion of the program allows defendants to the arrest record to be destroyed. Miller said he is scheduled to complete his pretrial intervention program in 3 weeks. Miller said he has been planning for the past 5 years to retire from the church in college in February 2007. He said, so I'm sure it's his dad then, yeah. He said James Sizemore, a Cathedral Bible College graduate, will succeed him as president and pastor. In order to give the new pastor a greater freedom, we have purchased a home in another city earlier this year where I can have the solitude to finish writing about 20 books that I have been working on for years, Miller said. A little, what is the word? Whatever, I can't think of the word. Miller founded the Tabernacle Baptist Church in Florence in 1972 and moved to Myrtle Beach following the closure of the former Air Force Base. The U.S. Department of Education in 1997 approved Miller's purchase of 2 acres of land and 2 buildings at the former base for the college. Miller also purchased the base chapel from the military and has since purchased 3 more acres and 2 additional buildings at the base. Cathedral Bible College offers degrees in theology, divinity, Christian counseling, Christian ministry, and a diploma in Bible studies. The Department of Education does not recognize the accreditation of the college and Cathedral Hall. 99, federal government approved Cathedral College to accept foreign students. There, the foreign stuff. Yeah. And so remember that. So in 1999, the federal government approved Cathedral Bible College to accept foreign students traveling to the U.S. on education visas. Cathedral Bible College has catered to a growing number of foreign students since that time. And they were just kind of comparing. Look, this is his old wife, his first wife. This is Mica. Oh my Lord. They look like sisters. Okay. So let me, I want to take a bite of my food, but let me find this video I was going to play about, so I'm going to play a video that shows Chris. He's the other suspicious death that supposedly they said it was an accident or an unaliving. It was his girlfriend, alleged girlfriend's husband. And supposedly the rumors are that they think that John Paul and Susan, the girlfriend, they've been like together possibly when Chris was still alive. So she possibly maybe was cheating on him with John Paul. And of course, John was cheating on Mica. This is all allegedly though, but there's a video on this that I want to play. Hold on. And then he gives his sermon for his memorial or whatever, which is messed up if he had anything to do with it. Even if he didn't have anything to do with his death, if it's true he was dating or he was cheating on Mica with his wife, as he's like talking about how he's like the best guy. He's the one that when he was talking about how he doesn't have to lie to the congregation about him because this guy is such a good guy or whatever, or such a whatever. I don't even know his exact words, but it's like, are you kidding me? All right, hold on one second. Why is this not? Okay. Okay, so we have South Carolina pastor John Paul Miller's alleged girlfriend's husband drowned in a community pool in 2021. The story around South Carolina pastor John Paul and his late wife Mica keeps getting more twisted and sadder. Previously, I reported that John Paul had an alleged girlfriend. Let's take a closer look. Internet sleuth Robbie Harvey reported that John Paul was dating Susie Skinner while still married but separated from Mica. While Skinner's husband Chris passed away 3 years ago in 2021, and it was officially ruled an accidental drowning. Skinner was paralyzed in a wheelchair after an accident. He became a motivational speaker and was good friends with Marty Smith, touching the hearts of several country singers like Cole Swindell. Harvey said there's something disturbing that the pastor and Susie Skinner have in common. Susie Skinner's former husband, Chris, died from a drowning accident. Chris had a tragic accident some 20 years ago that left him bound to a wheelchair, but he adapted and lived a beautiful life. According to Susie, he enjoyed going to their community pool, often by himself. On Labor Day 2021, Chris did just that, but apparently something went terribly wrong. According to reports, Chris got too close to the pool with his wheelchair and fell in with nobody around to save him. But remember, wasn't it Kyler that said he actually could swim? I think Kyler's the one that said it, or did I read it somewhere? Anyway, it says, reportedly, Chris was a regular at the community pool. Harvey continued, somehow on Labor Day, Chris misjudged how close he was to the pool and fell in. Guess who conducted his funeral? John Paul conducted the funeral for Skinner. Now, I want to stress that this does not mean that Chris's death was anything other than accidental. All of this is just circumstantial. John Paul announced that his wife Mica had passed away. He believes that she died by unaliving. So remember, this is before they officially announced the cause of death. And how he said, oh, she struggled with it. Each time he would help her through it. Yeah, right. You would push her closer to it. You wouldn't help her. Anyway, and then he'd take her to the doctor, and we got through it, and everything was fine, John Paul says, right? She even gave a few testimonies here at church that we have on video. She battled it, but God took care of her and got her through it. Harvey said Pastor John Paul and his wife, Mica, had been separated for some time. Long enough for Pastor John Paul to have a girlfriend. Her name is Susie, and this girlfriend has an interesting past. Multiple sources say they've been dating for quite a while. And it's saying how Mica and John weren't even legally divorced yet. Meanwhile, Mica's sister said she endured abuse. Mica's sister said Mica was a God-fearing, joyful, loving woman, did not deserve this. Okay, so there's a video. Hold on, I gotta find it. Right here. All right, let me put my earphones on. Actually, first, let me resave it because remember the audio goes out for some reason when I use these, but as long as I reshare it, we should be good. All right. Should be good. Should be good. All right, let's watch. I'll make sure it's. There we go. All right. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm going to turn my camera off because people get. You'll have those few people that. How dare you eat on camera? It's fine, though. I could turn it off. It's the South Carolina pastor. I'm going to share this a different way. There we go. All right. Stop my cam.
You know, there's not a day that goes by the last 18, 19 years where I don't think back and go, put your seatbelt on, man.
I'm going to put this in that vertical zipper of your backpack where your meds are. Did you take your afternoon meds?
Yeah. It was on a day just like today. I put my feet on the floor for the very, very last time, stood up, took a shower on my own for the very last time, went and dressed myself for the very last time. It was a day of many last times for me. I went to a wedding of a friend of mine, and when I went to the reception, I got intoxicated. Later that evening when we were driving, we were going 750 yards away when the vehicle flipped and was thrown out. I made a choice not to put a seatbelt on. You know, I tried to get up, just like we all think we're going to do every day, you know, put our feet on the ground and get up. And I tried to move, I just couldn't move at all. Then I heard this noise, and I look over, and I saw my friend getting out on his hands and knees. And I was in the ditch, you know. And I remember when we made eye contact, it was the scariest eye contact I've ever felt in my life. He ran to me, got down on one knee, held my head, wiped the blood out of my mouth, and said the words that no 20-year-old should ever hear at that time. And he said, "Don't die on me, man."
Hello, everyone. Marty Smith here. Chris Skinner and I are friends going back to our days in college at Radford University together. Since Chris was injured 20 years ago, it's been his life's mission to use the mistakes that he made and the regrets that he has in order to create a testimony that has inspired countless people, one of whom is me. When I got on the internet in the spring of 2019, I noticed a Facebook post from Chris asking for assistance funding his effort to purchase what's called a TrackFab wheelchair. It's basically an ATV that allows its user to go to areas off-road in ways that their day-to-day wheelchair cannot. I immediately knew that I had to help. And I walked out in the other room of our home and I talked to my wife, Lainey, and told her we're buying a wheelchair. She never hesitated. We prayed on it. We knew it was right. And we began the steps at that moment to expedite Chris getting a TrackFab wheelchair. But we could not do it alone. I had to lean on some good friends, including Luke Bryan and Cole Swindell. They were going to play a show in Charlotte, and I put together an eBay auction that allowed the winner to come to Charlotte and attend their show with us.
I am going to make sure he has that chair. Whoever wins this bid, you're going to help me pay for it.
I'm completely floored by your generosity, guys. Thank you so much. We're at $5,200 in the eBay auction so that my friend Chris Skinner can get a TrackFab wheelchair and be on the beach with his wife and kids this summer.
We're within 24 hours now of the auction ending, so if you're interested in spending that afternoon with me, having a couple cold ones, and seeing a tremendous country music show, you better get in right now.
Judd Hurt, a gentleman in Cincinnati, Ohio, won that bid, and his generosity is beyond my ability to articulate. He's a wonderful person. I found out that he's also a huge Clemson Tiger fan, so I leaned on another friend, Clemson head coach Dabo Sweeney, who FaceTimed Judd during that day and made Judd's day.
I appreciate y'all's support, Marty. Oh man, you guys you guys are awesome. Thanks. This is so cool. we just finished our camp.
This is the story of how all those people came together as one to help Chris get the wheelchair that he needed to get back on the beach by the waterside and feel connected to his soul and his family in a way nothing else could. We're in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina today to give a friend of mine a piece of his life back. He doesn't know he's getting it. He thinks that he's going to be interviewed by a local TV crew about adaptive surfing. He just got here to Myrtle Beach State Park. Come on. I cannot wait to see how excited he is.
What the? What the?
Hey, buddy.
What?
How you doing? I love you, buddy. Good to see you.
Like, gosh, what are you doing, man?
You've inspired me for so long, and you've inspired so many other people for so long. And I know it's been a tough time here recently. And your spirit is infectious, and I won't let that spirit die. So we're going to make our way around here. We're going to go down there, and I'm going to let you tell me your story. All right?
Yeah. I can't go out on the beach, so.
Come on. We're going to go out. We've worked it out with these guys where we can be right over here near the edge, okay?
All right.
I will tell you that one thing that allows me to find the deepest parts of myself and be really reflective is when I'm at the beach with my family, with Lainey and my children.
Yeah.
And I know that you share that. I know you share that same soul.
Yeah, man.
And I know how desperately you've wanted to be able to get back out here.
Yeah, I've been like
to the sand and the surf and to feel that wind in your face.
We're trying.
So I got you a TrackFab.
Holy cow.
You're going to be able to do that now. You're going to be able to come out to these adaptive surf events. You're going to be able to sit there with your beautiful children and your beautiful wife and feel that wind on your face. That's yours.
No way, man.
Yes.
Normally I have to sit on the pier to watch my family play on the beach, you know, and that puts me down on the beach where I can be with them instead of just watch them. And, you know, it kind of makes me feel more like an actual person, you know, instead of just sitting over here watching it and smiling and telling them to have a good time. I get to have a good time with my wife and my kids, you know.
I love it. Well, I think we ought to see how she rides.
Unbelievable. Yes, sir. Wow.
There you go,
I
buddy.
gotta get used to all this stuff, man. Woo. That's pretty cool.
How long's it been since you were on the sand?
A year, but nothing like this, man. This is bad.
How's it feel to be back?
Amazing. Better than me. Thank you, man. It's unreal. The biggest thing for me is I just love being out here with my kids.
I know.
I feel so lost when I'm sitting up there.
One of the greatest things that we have in this life is independence.
You're right. You're right.
And you know what it's like to have independence taken from you.
Yeah.
This gives you a little bit back.
A lot of it back.
A lot of it back.
I mean, this is I'm telling you, this is where I feel God the most. And this is where I feel really connected with my family, you know. And then also my boys that makes it good. So when I didn't have this, I was pouting like a little 2-year-old.
How isolated did you feel?
Totally. I was just sitting in my room all alone, you know, getting depressed. It was hard not to, you know. But my kids keep me going. I just keep trying to have faith, have hope, have positive attitude. You know?
What does this moment tell you about that faith and hope?
That anything's possible. You know, you put your heart, your mind, and soul into something, and you have faith and you believe. You never know who's watching you, paying attention to you, connected. You know, that will reach out and do something amazing for you. That's why I can't thank you enough for
it. You just inspired me for so long, and I'm so thrilled that I'm so thrilled that you're going to get that piece of your life back.
This made it possible. It's made my dreams and my just fantasies and daydreams come true.
Okay. Hold on one second. I'm back, guys. Hold on. Let me put my camera back on. I had to eat a little bit. So I just thought that was nice to kind of remember him too, because he may have been a victim of the same person. I don't know. I can't say for sure, but it's just weird that. Let me put my camera back on. Okay. Wait, hold on one second. I dropped my dude, this was so big. I usually have one pork chop, but 2 pork chops, rice, green beans, sweet potatoes. Oh my god, it's so good. I eat a bunch and there's still a lot left. I'll finish it. Oh, sorry. Let's see what else. I have a few other things I wanted to share. So I have. Hold on. Oh yeah, this article. I don't know if it means anything, but hold on, let me share my screen again. It's talking about JP hired South Carolina Representative Val Guest a total of 6 times. So I guess it's just kind of showing the power he has, you know, people he knows, which can get you a lot of things, right? So it says, let me zoom in. the Solid Rock Church in Market Common. It shows that he hired District 106 South Carolina State Representative Val Guest a total of 6 times over the last 9+ years. He did not hire him as an attorney in most of his recent divorce with Mica. So yeah, but exit out of that. Here's a couple of the videos of and pictures of her memorial and stuff. Let's see. I'm on mute. Oh my Lord, sorry. I got it. How long was I on mute for? Okay, so let me see if I could get the medical examiner report. They made it seem like it was out. Or maybe I should end. Yeah, I should just do the few screenshots I have of the dad, and then maybe I should research more and do it after I research and try to get some of the documents. What do you guys think? But let me share this right here. The father stuff. This is just the stuff I had yesterday and I didn't get a chance to share it about John's father. You could probably go down that rabbit hole and have like a whole live on it. This is that thing I read earlier about Troy Taylor, the other guy that molesting the youth group, and now he's supposedly friends with the dad. And then here's some screenshots. Hold on, let me see if I gotta do this in order. I think it starts with, I'll do it. Yeah, because it's Kyler. Which when I got all these yesterday, I didn't realize that it was her. But then, because I had got these earlier that day, but it's Kyler. So go check out her interview, guys, that we did yesterday with her. It was a friend of Mica. She went to like middle school with her. But it says, hey, Kyler, I've been reading your post about Mica. Here's some information about Wayne Miller and Cathedral. If you hear about the atrocities he committed in Pakistan recently and what he tried to do there, you would be horrified. He had a plan to make a false accusation in that Pakistan court system because he was about to be exposed for his homosexual relationship and SA he was committing there. And the false allegations he made were proven to be false by Pakistan this past October. Take this off. I'm screaming again. He had his homosexual lover come to America with his sister and Troy. And Troy was the sponsor to marry the sister. So Troy, that guy that we were just talking about he was in jail and got released on a technicality. Okay. So to come in with his sister, and Troy was the sponsor to marry the sister so then they could come here. This is Troy, who Wayne Miller is living with. A former Merrill's Inlet pastor who was convicted of molesting a boy at his church. His life sentence was vacated and he's out on bond. That was that picture of him. So, right here. So I'm sure we could probably even go down and have a whole video probably on Troy, I'm sure, if we looked into him. This is the dad. Okay. Okay, so here is a picture of them. This is I guess this is his lover. John Paul's dad's lover from Pakistan, and this is his sister. So he wanted to basically have him marry her to get them both over here. Anyway, that is them arriving in America this most recent time. And what Wayne Miller does is him and his And what Wayne Miller does is him and his gay lover and his sister go around to churches in our area and put on a scheme about their Pakistan mission, which is a lie. So the church goes in their pocketbook to support their lifestyle. Article from 2003. A former Myrtle Beach area pastor is facing charges of child molestation. 32-year-old Robert Troy Taylor turned himself in to Georgetown County authorities Saturday. So he's 32. He's the former pastor at the Low Country Community Church in Murray's Inlet. Just south of Myrtle Beach. The charges are reportedly connected to 2 incidents with 12-year-old boys, plural, and more than a decade ago. So Miller, when they say Miller, that's the dad, John's dad, made up a fake allegation of R against this former student in Pakistan. And Miller was banking on it sticking. But there was no proof of it. So once the Pakistan authorities proved it to be a lie, that's when he got out of there. I can't believe this, that a video posted was correct about everything. And then he wanted his lover with him here. So Troy faked married the gay lover's sister to get them here. And Miller, the gay boy, and his sister go around to churches in this area and they pitch the story. They were persecuted Pakistanians. That is why they are here. They sing songs. Wayne Miller preaches at these churches and people give it to the Pakistani mission. The city of Marion leased him an abandoned hospital for pennies. So they leased him a hospital for pennies on the dollar. He moved locations there in about 2015 or so. It was his last run at a big Bible college before he actually did jail time for that 8 months or so. And then he had the federal charges from ICE for abusing immigrant students while in Marion. The mayor even gave him keys to the city. Then the former student from Pakistan opened the doors to him. As Wayne Miller pitched the story, I want to change my life. I am a changed man. And the student opened the doors to him. So this whole stuff that they were talking about, the dad, Wayne Miller, John's dad, John Paul's, which those of you that maybe are not familiar with this case, John Paul Miller is Mica's husband that she was trying to divorce. But anyway, so yeah. So he got a hospital, he was trying to lease it, or he got a hospital leased to him to start this big Bible college, and then he went to jail for 8 months for the ICE abusing immigrant students, like not paying them, and it's just, oh yeah, breaking all kinds of laws. Anyway, and then he goes to Pakistan saying, I'm a changed man, and then he does that scheme in Pakistan claiming that the R or somebody R'd somebody, it was all a lie. Anyway, it says, this is really good information. Have you sent all of these tips to the tip line in WMBF? And he says, he wreaked havoc there. And that fake case he had in Pakistan was dismissed this past October 2023. So he stayed in America, then opened a new location for the Bible College recently over there by the side road near 707. And even, wait. Where's the rest of that? I don't know. And in Pakistan, there was multiple men. He would throw around his money. He was literally the great gay white Christian American in Pakistan. He would sexually coerce Pakistani locals for sexual favors that became forceful. One of them was the haircutting barber, and he brought it to the attention of the others about what he was doing. And from my understanding, he was sexually coerced by him for favors. Then it became something he was not comfortable with. So they're talking about the barber now. And here's that one, Troy supposedly, or a picture of Troy, I guess, for the molesting the youth group. Gotta be kidding me. It's like a big, crazy, definitely could be like a movie, you know? Oh, I gotta find this article. Let me look it up real quick. The one that, Sarah, you sent me a screenshot. I gotta Google that. So the college president arrested, accused of turning school into forced labor camp. Reginald Wayne Miller, the president of Cathedral Bible College, is accused of turning his school into a forced labor camp for foreign students. Students allege the classes were not real and that their living conditions often lacked amenities such as hot water, heat, and air conditioning. It's like they were saying the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Look at his son now. It's just sick. And then you saw John Paul's son, Logan. Let me share that article real quick. Where did I put that article? Hold on a second. There we go. This one right here. So this is John Paul's son with, whatchamacallit, his first wife. Let me make this a little smaller. That's a little bit too big. So they're all just repeating the cycle. Repeat the cycle. Conway man accused of hitting woman over the head with glass bottle. A Conway man was charged with first-degree domestic violence on Sunday, according to Horry County Police Department. Logan Ryan Hardy was arrested in connection to a domestic incident that took place around 2:30 a.m. on Sunday. Officials responded to a domestic call at Hagwood Circle in Conway, and upon arrival saw a victim slumped against the wall and going in and out of consciousness, according to the police report. The victim also had a small laceration on her right hand and said that she had pain in her head and left shoulder, according to officials. The victim said there was an argument between herself and Hardy and that Hardy began to break items belonging to her. Hardy allegedly pushed the victim down and grabbed her cell phone as she was attempting to call for help. Hardy is accused of then hitting the victim in the back of the head with a glass bottle and fleeing the home. EMS was called to the scene due to the victim's condition, and she was transported to the hospital for treatment. Police said they eventually contacted Hardy through a phone call. According to the police report, Hardy agreed to turn himself over to law enforcement at the Subway restaurant at Wright Boulevard and Church Street. Hardy told police that the victim had shredded his personal documents and that he broke the victim's computer in retaliation. Hardy was released from J. Rubin Long Detention Center on Sunday. So yeah, that's the family. That's the... And then, what is this? Oh, I already read this. Didn't they say tomorrow they're going to have like a press conference or talk about it, right? Or did I read that? Let me see here. Let me Google, see what's going on right now. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Let's see what I can find here. Let me check out chat. I haven't looked in chat. Sorry, guys. I'm like busy reading and... Oh, Donna, wow, gifted 10 memberships. Dang it. Who's the lucky 10 winners? Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll probably just upload that dispatch like for a short so people, if you guys want to listen to it. I don't know what to make of that. I'm still not 100% sure what the heck that's. I do think it sounds like it could be like some of those calls seem like it could be the incident, right? Thank you, Mia Spaghetti. Don't believe ME report. How many times has ME got calls of death incorrect? You're right. No, you're right. They have. So just because the medical examiner report, just because it might say something, they're not always right. Even like, it's crazy how many times they get things wrong, or like police affidavit. I mean, just because it's like, oh, it's an official, it does not mean that it's right. It doesn't. It's being like in this field or in true crime, it's like since we're constantly going through cases, I didn't realize how often authorities get things wrong. And doing this for a job, you just realize, oh my God, like they do. But before this, you would think, well, that's in the report, or that's the cops, or this or that. And you think that it's like, well, they wouldn't say it if it was. Well, no, they get things wrong. JP behaved appallingly. Bet in the future we find out it was a homicide. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But it sucks because it's going to be a while because the investigation has ended. So it's going to take so much time and pressure and whatever evidence and whatever for them to even open it back up, I feel like. Which sucks because that alone, the message of Mica saying, hey, he's going to make it look like I unalive myself. So if I end up with a bullet in my head, it's him. Like that enough should be enough. That alone should be enough, don't you think? That's it makes me so mad. Because I feel like you might get away with it, guys. You can't. How do we do this? Here, I'm going through groups. So I'll just like go through it with you guys as I'm talking and chatting with you guys. Oh, thanks, Buffy. Yay, Buffy 1162. Thank you. And you guys, like I said, we got my peeping ears. We got the new merch, the peeping ears. And on the back it says official OCD, obsessive crime disorder. But there's a bunch of different combinations and designs and stuff. You should go check it out. I got ordered like a little bit of each, so I'll be wearing something different every day. I had one on yesterday too. I love it. Sarah, thank you for designing it. You don't get cake? Hey, Wyatt. Wait, what are you talking about, Wyatt? I'm just now seeing you. Have you been here? But anyway, thank you again, Buffy, for joining, and Mia for the super chat. Okay, so let's see what this says. An email purportedly. Ooh, wait a minute here. This is it. This is interesting. Hold on. I haven't read this. Okay. An email purportedly written by Pastor John Paul to Mica ahead of her unaliving. A cause of death confirmed by Robeson County Medical Examiner. Ooh, hold on a second. Does this go anymore? Yeah, there we go. Hi, Mica. Hey, Mica. I hope you are doing well. I'm ready to be done and move on and heal and find a first lady who won't treat me the way you are. I really hope you do great things. I was willing to do anything. I even had the amazing desire to have kids since you're not on meds. And I want to apologize for the flowers and fruit. It was already paid for to last until your birthday. Feel free to give it all away. I sent that to you before I find out all the things that I have recently found out about you and what you've done, and you disgust me. So please, let's meet soon and be divorced and let this nightmare be over for me. I'm enjoying all the Africa missions and Pastor Jumba, and all the pastors' wives are so excited for what we're doing. We expect 120 kids our first semester. I have about 10 to 12 people doing the same this time, including Kristen and Tom Winslow and Becca and Jonathan, etc. Wow, I'm going to save this. Let me see if there's... Wait, hold on. Look, this says, look at this. Let me save this. Look, it says, our ongoing coverage from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina has uncovered some alarming items regarding the purported double life of Pastor John Paul. Stand by for more items provided in the wake of PGAP's release from Solid Rock National Scrutiny. Wow. Here's that Cody now. He's saying, I think when you hear what the RCSO will release, it'll help you understand this tragic case. While her death may be unaliving, it doesn't mean events prior in her life didn't lead to her to this tragic ending. Mica's story didn't have to end this way. Some good needs to come from this case, and I believe a lot will come to light that could prevent this from happening to another person. Okay. That's already stuff we went over. All right. Hold on one second, guys. Let me do another one real quick. No, it's all one. Oh, look. What's this say? I bet you do. Wait, I bet you do need a break. Dear friends, please help me to stay. Happy birthday to missionary to because I bet you do. That's the dad. Saying it's deleted now. I knew I screenshot everything because they're deleting a bunch of stuff, I guess. Let me click on it and see if there's. Wait, where did that go? Right. Let's see what if this has anything new in it. All right, let me go back to the group. Yeah, we read that. That was about the slashing tires, the police report. Facebook groups are really good for cases. I like to read stuff because a lot of the times that's where you can find like people, friends, family, and stuff. Like posts. You got to take everything with a grain of salt because I mean you just don't know who's legit or whatever. But there's good things in it. You just got to weed through it, you know. So they're going to release it. Where did I see they were going to release it tomorrow? April 27th. The Robeson. Didn't you guys see that? There's that guy that's a pastor that has some charges. Like, it's like, man, is everybody? Well, look at this. Look at this. It says, while doing the Solid Rock Church investigation, you might also want to do some research into Matt Johnson, children's ministry pastor, to see why he isn't allowed to see his own son any longer, but he is allowed to work with children. Wow, dude, that church needs to be shut down. Wow. These are and the children's pastor? No. This was the email went out to members of Solid Rock. I read this earlier about he's relieved for a while, right? The ministerial functions of time of healing, counsel, guidance pursuant to our governing instrument. He releases Pastor John Miller for a while from that. What is this? Oh, yeah, I already got that. Let's go through all the groups and see. We can even do Twitter. Let's go through these first, though. See if there's anything new. I even go through comments, but I won't do that all right now because you can find a lot of good stuff within the comments. Yeah, that's that post. Let's see. that's the same. That's the same article. Let's see what's in here. Here's that one email. Yeah, this is that same Facebook that I was just in. There's that. Is there another? Oh, here's the rest. Cool. Right? Wait, I need a woman who will respect me and love me and be worthy of all that being a first lady. Or was that in the other one? I feel like it cut out. I'll just save it just in case. So that's that email that I read, guys, from him to Mica. John Paul wrote to Mica. Oh my God, look, all the mug shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mug shots of that guy, the pastor. The part-time, I think he said pastor. He's the one in the picture with John Paul. These are all mug shots, right? Indecent, what was the charge? Indecent something. I forget how they worded that, but like basically it did say minor. It didn't say minor, but pastor. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang it. Because I was wondering, like, he had that one charge. I'm thinking, wonder if he has more than one, but I'm going to actually do a background search on him. Are these just, oh, those are like the Google things that I already read through. See what this is. Look, this is about Robeson being corrupt. On February 1st, 1988, 2 men took hostages in the offices of the Robesonian and Lumberton. Their demands were that the governor launch an investigation into the corrupt Robeson County government. What are the odds Mica Miller drives herself an hour away from home to one of the most notoriously corrupt counties in the country, run by a sheriff's department that's been under investigation multiple times, to unalive herself in a state park with a gun? Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Plot twist. What does it say? The most dangerous county in America. You'll never guess which North Carolina county the episode is about. This just got significantly more twisted. Huh. Yeah, right? Oh, there's that thing. There is that dispatch. I'm going to go back to the full dispatch calls from the site that I use and see what else I could find. Did we already look at this one? What's this? 1999, J.P. Miller pleaded guilty to Avon Class C felony, meaning he lost the right to vote, purchase a weapon in late 2021. He applied to have those rights restored. I'm going to dig in more to him. Yeah, look, John Paul Miller. I am seeking pardon to restore my civil liberties in the community that I serve daily. As a husband, father, and pastor, the right and ability to protect my wife and children, as well as my congregation, is imperative. South Carolina Department of Probation, Parole, and Pardon Services. Wow. Huh. Well, we know he had those charges that I read earlier. Begin date 2006 to present. Solid Rock Ministries. So it's saying list all employment for the past 5 years. Wow. Yep. All right, hold on. Let me see something. Yeah. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna probably ended. I'm gonna do a little bit of research. Try to look into that. Like I said, the dispatch. If you guys find anything else on the dispatch, do you guys, let me do a poll. Don't leave yet. Stay. I want you guys to vote on this. Hold on. I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think that dispatch was about that? Not all of it, because, you know, he was jumping around. So there was some they were talking about, I think, something else going on. But do you think those points that seemed like it was about it, like about the body in the water, the gun in the car, getting the good girl back on the phone? What was the other thing they said? They said at the state park. Do you think that was about it? And it matches up to the times you guys were saying, the reported, or the times that people have been hearing, because people were putting in chat, like, I heard it was this time, heard it was that. Well, it lined up pretty good with those times too. So I want you guys to vote. I played it earlier in the beginning, so hopefully everybody got to see it. If you think that it was about that, okay? I just want to see. I wish I would have done it when I had it, before people started leaving, because I want to get as many people vote, because I want to know, because if I make it a short, I'll still leave it as a question since I don't know for sure. But if I make it like an upload, I want to make sure that I'm not like being stupid and thinking that there's a good chance it could be it, right? Because I do think, and that's why I wanted to play it, because I wanted your guys' opinion, because it's like, I don't know for sure, but dang it. Sounds pretty convincing. So let me do this. And if you heard it, let me know what you think. I'll just put, do you think the dispatch all right, it'll just be a yes or no. Just be honest. I would, if I were to vote, I would probably say yes, because everything fits. The date, the time seems to fit. Some of the situation. Oh. Oh. Thank you again. It's going to take years of us all fighting hard for Mica, pushing for a new review of autopsy and a full new investigation. Keep Mica in our prayers. You're right. It probably could take years. This is going to be a long journey, because of them closing the investigation basically and ruling it excuse me, unaliving. It's going to be really hard now. Really hard. Not impossible, though. Not impossible. So don't give up, but it's going to be a long road. It will. But it seems like she has a strong family, strong support. And it's really important, because I feel like if he gets away with this and he is involved, if he is, I feel like he's going to do it again, because people like that, you know, if they get away with it, it makes them more, you know, brave, more, what's the word, cocky, or more like, you know, a big head about it. Like, oh, I can get away with it. Oh, thank you, Brittany. Hey, Brianna. Hey, Janine. Trisha, what up? Scoop. Yeah, email me, Scoop. Like I said, I was looking at Broadcastify all day. I'll check it out. Did you hear the same thing that I played on there? Because I didn't. Cece, Wyatt, how are you? Jacqueline, Janine. I keep saying hi to the same people. I guess the people comment a lot. Hey, Wolfpack. Croatian collab. Wakula. That's fun to say. I'm sure I didn't say it right, but it was fun to kind of say, wait, Croatan. That's probably early Croatan. Kala of Wakula. It's like almost like a rhyme. Hey, Riscobo. Came in an hour late and were you supposed to get notification? Yeah, supposed to. Hey, Chris it, the devil. What up? Hey, Time Webster. Yeah, not in the back of the head. But that still doesn't mean that it can't be. There's no foul play because if you're planning something like that, I mean, that's murder then. If I'm saying, let's say if it was something like that, that would be murder. So you're going to make sure that you do it right. You know what I'm saying? At least you're going to try to make it look like that. And if it was to the back of the head or in a spot that wouldn't be self-inflicted, I mean, that means they would have really screwed up and just screwed up the whole thing. So they would have tried to make it look legit, you know? So I don't know. Like I said, I'll keep on it and try to get the word out and stuff, but it's definitely not going to be like a quick instant thing. It's definitely going to be a long journey to get the case back open and stuff. But well, here's the thing. I think they said tomorrow they're gonna, right? Where did I read that tomorrow they were gonna come out and give us details? Yeah, Sarah, it was alluded. That's what I thought. In that update, it says, where does it say? Tomorrow evening. So that one update says Sheriff Bernice Wilkins has scheduled a meeting with the family of Mica and will be releasing more detailed information to substantiate the medical examiner findings tomorrow evening. So I'll go live if they announce like a time. I'll go live and do it when they do. So if they do, if they do one, then I'll do it live with you guys. We can watch it. But what I'm saying is, why do I have a feeling? Let's say it's going to come out that they have a recording that she's saying that she's going to do it or something. You know what I'm saying? But like people were saying, even if there is a recording, somebody could have been holding a gun to her head and saying, say that. But here's the thing though, if you think you're going to die anyway, then if you're thinking, well, they're going to shoot me anyway, so I'm not going to lie, go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead and shoot me anyway. So not, but I don't know. That's tricky. Because who knows what they could have concocted to kind of manipulate her. I don't know. Just from everything everybody was saying in her videos that were just last month, well, it was in March, did not seem like somebody that was about to take her own life. Not at all. It seemed like somebody was about to freaking start her new life. Like getting baptized, leaving him, getting a divorce, getting a, and no contact order, getting away from him, moving on. There's so many things pointing to like foul play. Like, why go through all that trouble to get away if you're planning on doing that? And then remember we were reading that thing yesterday where it was like they said she got ready for work, got changed for work, and then doesn't make it to work, then drives an hour away to do that. It just doesn't make sense. But why do I have a feeling? Because of Cody saying there's a recording of her that is going to somehow make it look like that she's saying that. There's got to be another explanation. If they do have a recording of her like saying, "Hey, I'm going to take my life" or whatever. I don't know if they do. He made it seem like that though from some of the stuff he said. I don't know if it was the stuff I read today or the other, because I read a couple of his posts the other day. I think it was yesterday. I guess we'll see. We'll see. Anyway. Amanda, are you there? Did you ever respond? Yeah, right? What's up? Holly, we don't know, Holly. I guess we'll find out. Hopefully, if they're ruling it and unaliving in cases closed, they should give us all that information. In cases closed, we should be able to release that, or we should be able to get that. We did a FOIA, like, was it not yesterday, but the day before, but I haven't got anything yet. So I might have to go in there and specifically request stuff again because, but they probably aren't going to release this stuff, it sounds like, till tomorrow anyway. So hopefully I do get it tomorrow. Because I want to see. I'm sure they'll release that. They better, because I think they will. Here's the thing with them. I feel like anything that's going to point towards the unaliving, they're probably going to release to the public because they know there's so much doubt that happened. So they're going to make sure they want to release everything. But if anything doesn't point to that, or if they're corrupt, are they going to like make it like hold back stuff, to make it like the stuff that maybe would have us doubt? We're hearing how corrupt that county is. Let me see if I could find anything. Well, no, I'll save it for another live. I will look into the county and look into I'll look into Lumberton. I'll look into who else was I going to look into? Oh, I want to do a background search on that other pastor. Let me take some notes here. What I want to do with this. And then if you guys have any ideas what I could do, I'm going to do Lumberton. Lumberton. Yeah. All right. So I'll probably just upload that. Then the dispatch, I'll upload it as a short. Because it looks like now it's going down more. At first it was like 83 said yes. Now it's going down to 78. But there's only 46 votes though. That's not much. You guys vote. Haven't you got, most people here probably heard it, right? No, it's okay, Vienna. You're good. I would have had you come up if you answered. Why was I figuring you were still sleeping? But then I was going to just say that when I saw you, but then I looked at it and I was like, wait, why did I think that? Because it was already like 4 or something. I was thinking it was earlier. And that's what I was thinking. I mean, I'm like, she's probably sleeping still. So I'll just, she'll respond when she wakes up. But no, you probably weren't. Wait, why are you scared to say, Jacqueline? Just vote. Nobody will know how you voted, though. Are you talking about to vote? Oh, you're talking about something else. What'd you miss, Santa? Oh, that. Okay. I'm gonna upload it into a short here after this. I guess I could play it again, but I don't know. I gotta finish my dinner. But thanks, guys. If you have any information, send it my way. Look into it. Like I said, I still want to keep this going. I mean, I won't let it like completely. Well, no, I don't think a lot of us will, Like I said, it is going to take a while though. So yeah, tomorrow, guys, if they do it, well, I'll do a live stream and we can watch it together. And you wish you were. I thought you said you were. I was like, you were, and then I misread it. Okay. Yeah, Sarah, I know. I do too. There's too much. There's too much. Yeah. Wyatt, how are you? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. I know you've been in chat here and there, but like I haven't got to like talk like. right. Yeah, I'm going to, Mia. Yep, thank you, Mia. Okay, cool. Thank you, Scoop. Yes, peeping ears. We'll need them for those dispatch calls too. But yeah, so if you guys merge, look how cool. They're really good tie-dyes, huh? The tie-dye I wore yesterday was the lighter color one, the peeping ears. And then it says obsessive crime disorder in the back, OCD. It's really cool. But like I said, the merch, we have so many different kinds, like the Zeke Injustice now, like hoodies, zip ups, freaking t-shirts, bags, blankets, and then we have a couple like the Zeke Injustice, and then I have the OCD. Hold on, the OCD style one. You guys, I got my 100,000 plaque, but I don't know why I feel like I should just do like a whole video and do that separate. Like the 100,000 plaque, I got it. I actually have had it for like a week, or maybe not quite a week. But I kept every video. I feel like I keep feeling like it's not appropriate to do it. I'm like, no, it's not appropriate to do it on this or this. And then I'm like thinking maybe I should just do like a separate video for it. I haven't even opened it because I want to open it on a video with you guys. The 100,000 YouTube plaque. I haven't even opened it. But here's the other kind, the OCD. This one doesn't have the peeping ear. It says obsessive crime disorder, but on the back it says peeping ain't easy. We just got a bunch of different varieties. One has it on the sleeve, like peeping ain't easy on the sleeve. There's so many different. Go check it out. Will you put the link in the thing, guys? And they're not all tie-dyes. We have a bunch of different colors, guys. And we have solid colors too, if you don't like tie-dyes. So when I was wearing that one green shirt, I got a couple people like, I don't like green. With all my merch, just because I pick the bright colors, you could pick whatever colors. They have black, white. So if you just see one, like the one, like let's say you go into my shop and you see like, oh, it's a pink one. That doesn't mean that all the shirts are pink. You have to click on it and then it'll show you what color options. Some styles of shirts and hoodies and sweatshirts have different colors than others. So there's some styles that only have like a few different options, and then some will have more different options for colors. So make sure you click on it and look at the different ones. Because some will only have like black, white, and gray or something, or blue. And then some will have like a bunch of like all the bright colors but if you don't like the bright colors, I think they all at least offer the black or gray or white options too. Of course, I like the bright ones. But now we have tie-dye options. I mean, you can't beat it. Look, he's holding the... I love them. They're really good quality. Anyway, thank you, Donna. You're so sweet. Where's Donna at? Donna, where are you? I just saw your name. I can't find it now. Gaming Sleuthing, what's up? Yeah, I should, huh, Amanda? Let me just show you the packaging. I haven't opened it yet. I want to show you. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait. Ooh, I better hide my address. Here it is. It's my address. I just want to hide it. There it is, guys. I haven't, like I said, I haven't opened it yet, but I will. I want to open it with you guys. But yeah. So I don't even know what it looks like. Watch them spelled it wrong or something. Ooh, knock on wood. What is it? Not projection. Law of attraction, Sarah. I'm bringing on a lot of. Because when you sign up for it, they're like, make sure you spell it right. What your name on? And I'm like, oh my god, with my OCD, I like quadruple checked, even though it's only like very simple words, but. Watch me did some typo. That'd be funny. Watch it say like zavgirl, because my phone always does automatic. It switches it to Zach a lot, and I've noticed a lot of people's do because I'll see Zach. Anyway, I'm joking. It's gonna be good. You'll see the reaction. I have not opened it yet. I know, me either, Kelsey. I know. So let's get together tomorrow. Did anybody get an official time? They just said tomorrow evening. So let's just try tomorrow evening. Amanda, you want to come on? I'm going to do it when they announce it. Um, oh, that's the one I just read, right? Thanks, Micah. Ooh, it's going on 3 hours, so I'm gonna end it. Abellis. So if you guys see a thank you, Abellis. If you see a pre-record of the interview with Kyler, it's gonna be the one from yesterday. But usually when I do like interviews, and if it's like a long live and the interview's within the live, I like to usually clip it out. Not clip it out of the live. When I say clip it out, some people think I mean like clip it out of the live, like take it away. No, it's still be in the live, but I actually make that a separate video on top of it. So if you see that, that's what that is, guys. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, okay. See? All right, we're at 3 hours. I'm going to end. So I'm going to do the results of the poll. 76% thinks the dispatch is about the incident. So, but yeah, I mean, I didn't get to finish it. What I was saying is, if you want to come, it's up to you. If you want to come on when they announce they said tomorrow evening they're gonna give the investigation, like tell us about it. How did they word it? There go my words. I can't talk. Let me see how it's worded. Hold on. It is we'll be releasing more detailed information to substantiate the medical examiner findings tomorrow evening. So I'm going to live stream it whenever. Hopefully they'll give us a heads up on it. And if for some reason they don't, and then it goes on, and then I see it after, I'll just still do a live stream to watch it with you guys. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm going to end it. Bye, guys. Thank you, everybody. You guys, like I said, if you guys find anything interesting, email me. I'll be checking my emails. Peace. I don't know why I did that. I'll be like, no. All right. Bye, guys. I'm such a dork. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Oh, hey, Pablo. Case 911 call off the radio. Yes, it'll be at the beginning. I'm going to timestamp this live too. And I think I'm going to re-upload that as a short, the dispatch. But I'm going to make timestamps right now for this video. But thanks for stopping by. Bye, guys.